Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? It's so funny. I was trying to I keep trying to do this intro video and trying to get this together, but whatever, whatever. Our intro music, right? But whatever. I can always do that as a click of a button, right? So
take it to trial. Take it to trial. Welcome in, grab a seat, hit the like and subscribe. The Sweet Peas on the mic with that spicy little vibe. Got the courtroom streaming in the chat, going wild. We're debating heavy topics, but still laughing like a child. From objections to confessions to the judge's side eye. If it's justice and it's messy, we gon' talk about why. Every day's a new case, every moment's a ride. And when Sweet Peas in the building, we be learning with pride. My eyes on deck, keep the room running smooth. Film free therapist, you know, keeping everyone in the groove. Right to with the facts, pretty brown girl with the sass. Moreldia and Fowler keep the peace in the chat. But Jason walks in and the ladies collapse. Chocolate, take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the house. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial. Take it to try. Morning shows are sharp, afternoon is on fire. And we catch every moment that the court might inspire. From witnesses whispering, the lawyers trying to hard. You know Sweet Pea breaks it down like a legal tarot card. Chats cracking jokes, dropping theories on the fly. We're serious when it counts, but we still testify. Minds hold it down when the trolls try to play. If you ride a line, court adjourned for the day. But when Jason logs in with that deep hello sound, the ladies in the chat, man, they all fall down. Take it, 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 take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the house. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights, take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial, when the sun goes down and the icy, no secrets to keep. Taboo topics, big laugh, slap, happy crew. Sweet Pea says behave, but we never really do. It's opinions, confessions, stories untold, but we handle it with heart like the chat made a goal. Take it to trial, from day to night and every wild mile. Sweet Peas nearly strong with her trademark style, and the fam in the chat always makes it worthwhile. Turn it up, show some love, hit the like on sight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Yeah, we live tonight. Take it to try.
I be waiting every morning just to listen to this song and every stream at the end. Like, I don't even know about the in between. Okay. No, I shouldn't say that, right? That would be right. I know. Oh gosh. I don't know. I love the whole song. I don't know. I love the whole song, Jason. I don't know if I could tell you that. Yeah, like I just like listening to it. Like I like the beat. It gets me excited, right? It gets me excited for trial day. Like I don't even need no dang on coffee. Let's see. Look, I need to do my hair. It probably won't last long, but whatever. We'll try it. I think I'm gonna be an Indian girl today. Hey, Beezy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning. Oh, look, I forgot to say my good mornings. I'm so sorry. Because y'all know I like to say good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Hey, Baka. Good morning. Hey, Merelda, Jason, Beezy, Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Look. Get it all the way together. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be an Indian girl today, right? Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, right. This probably won't last long. I think my forehead is looking big today. Y'all think my forehead looking big? It might be looking big today. What the fuck? I didn't have this same forehead yesterday. Yeah, so we have date 5. You say flawless as juice. I'll be well, thank you. I don't know. This forehead looking real serious right here. I wonder why it looks so big to me. Maybe I need to sit back like this. But when I sit back this, therapist told me my boobs be looking like super huge. And they shouldn't be this big, but they are this big, but whatever. Um, So is everyone getting ready for Thanksgiving? Yeah, you cooking and you starting your cooking tonight, Lynn? I'm gonna start my cooking tonight. I was thinking about maybe doing a stream tonight for everybody that's up and cooking and want to listen to something. So we'll see how it goes for the day and see if that's something that y'all want to do. I know when I'm cooking, I'm typically listening to something. It's so funny because I don't care what I'm doing, y'all, and I don't know if y'all are the same or not, but I'm always on YouTube. Like I am always trying to find something to listen to. It's like really like I don't know if you want to, but see, I guess that's my addiction versus to like I'm not on a whole bunch of social media platforms. I mean, y'all see me post on the social media, but I'm not like on there surfing around and looking for stuff, and I'm not doing any of that. So I don't do any of that. So YouTube is my kind of my thing. And so even when I'm not streaming on YouTube, I'm always in somebody else's YouTube chat. I'm always being nosy. I'm always out here on these YouTube streets, you know, just trying to see what's going on. So I know that typically like last year on Thanksgiving, that's something that I did. Like I was just on YouTube, like listening to something as I was cooking to get me through cooking, right? And the one good thing about this year is that this is my first year having our own channel, and I can just do that right here. The fuck? I can just do that right here. I ain't even gotta listen. I mean, I guess sometimes it is nice just to listen to other people. Don't get me wrong, because I do like to listen. Yeah, so I will be starting to cook tonight, and we're gonna see how I go. I think that I'm gonna put my turkey in the brine. I haven't did a turkey in so long. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to handle this big hoe. I done called the turkey a hoe. I was like, I don't even know if I want to handle this big hoe. Like, I don't even think I should. But considering I don't want to cook for a week, at least I don't want to cook nothing till Monday. Nothing. So I'm like, I don't even know if I can handle her. The turkey is a hoe, yeah. I'm gonna call the turkey a hoe. You got that right. Everybody is out. Like, oh God, I'm like, oh, I don't even know if I want to be. It's like almost like I'm about to be in there molesting this turkey, like slap it up, flip it, and rub it down. I don't know. Maybe I just got a gutter mind. I don't know if I want to be rubbing it down and all that shit. Like, yeah, so it's a hoe. Like, plop on the back of the turkey's ass. Shit. Everybody, oh yeah, that turkey gonna be sitting up there loving all that stuff, all my rubbing and shit on it. Yeah, it's a hoe. Now, the turkey is a hoe. That's a new thing. A good hoe. Definitely worth the money. Oh. But yeah, I keep thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this turkey, right? And I'm like, oh man, now they got these turkeys where I think I don't know if y'all seen them, like they what are they like? They like the turkeys that's done in 30 minutes. I don't know if y'all heard, it's like instant turkey, like microwave turkey or something. You say she keeps giving. Yes, she keeps giving. You got that right. You got that right. Leah said, hope for days. She is. Oh God. I know, but I mean, just the whole part of cooking it, like it just be so much. I mean, it be slipping and shit. big slipping and stuff. You hanging it by his arms and shit, going all up in the guts. Like, I can't. Like, I don't know. I've been just like getting some Cornish hens. Getting some little Cornish hens, and they so nice and petite. Then the little pretty ones, kind of get them together. They small, but they very powerful, right? Get them together, and I sit them on the side of my dresser. Just a little plexus. Yeah, she be slipping and sliding, Marilda. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Especially when you got to go up there and get them. What are they, gizzards? Because I don't cook them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, or 2 turkey breasts or something like that. That's just real simple because it's not a whole bunch going on here, right? So it's not like I need a whole big turkey, but I got a turkey, so we'll see what it do. I know the kids will be happy because they'll make pot pies out of it. We'll get some turkey salad out of it, some turkey sandwiches out of it. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be the turkey hoe that keep giving. That's what I can tell you. She said, I'm about that ham. Oh, yeah. Oh, especially with some pineapples and stuff on it. I'm not doing a ham. I'm gonna do a roast though. My kids, they like roast. So they're like, Mom, we want roast. I'm like, okay. All right, well, we'll have a roast again this year. And my youngest one, she was like, can you fix us some steak? And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is not, what are you thinking? No, we're not doing steak. No, steak is a 1 meal deal. Like, that mean that we're going to have to find something to eat on Friday? Like, no. What the fuck? No, we eat no steak. I can't afford steak for 3-4 days, but I can afford this turkey. Because you're gonna get to is some roast, boo. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, well, I'll make the roast. Yeah, they be tripping. Steak. No, that ain't gonna happen. Hey, film, good morning. Yep, not gonna happen. So this is our schedule for today, just so we all are aware. Y'all know we always got some shit going on, right? So we are going to go into day 5 of our Holly Bobo rewatch trial. At 10 o'clock, we are going to go into the Thanksgiving Eve redrum, right? How Court TV knew exactly what they were doing. They was like, hey, although the trial has happened, we are not going to air it until Thanksgiving, right? Because it happened Thanksgiving Eve in 2023. So we are going to watch that. That comes on at 10 o'clock. So about 3.5 hours from now. So we'll watch what we can on our Holly Bobo, and then we'll kind of go over there. And I set up a room, so it's already set up for us. We'll go over there and we'll watch that. Okay. So that kind of gives you our plan. Y'all know I'm always out here just looking for stuff. So if I find something else that's in between, I did see somebody that's getting sentenced today, but I'm not sure exactly who he is. Let me see. Let me get the name of it and name of him, and y'all can tell me if y'all know. I hadn't heard of him, so I didn't. Oh no, I didn't want to go here. I didn't know who he was, but okay. Wait a minute. Let me go home. Um, What is the name? I'm trying to see if I can find it. I'm refreshing my timeline to see. Because I didn't put a notification bell on, so I don't even remember which channel it was supposed to be aired on. I don't know. Maybe I'll find it throughout the day. Yeah, maybe I'll find it throughout the day, or maybe when it get closer to come back up in my timeline. Who knows? Oh no, Baka. Hey Lexi, good morning. Good morning, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to see if I can find out who exactly it is being sentenced. Because if it's something that somebody want to watch and hear, I definitely want to make sure that y'all see it. I aim to please, so I'm down for anything. No, I shouldn't say anything. I'm down for most things because somebody be talking about she down for anything, and I get some strange requests. So I better correct that really, really quick. All right, guys. Well, if I can see those ones and those SweetPGangs in the chat, we'll get into day 5. We got our judge up here with his purple bow tie. He doesn't have his bang today, or whatever you want to call it, his frontal tail. We don't have that today. We got his court reporter. I'm not sure if there's any football games on or not. Who knows? I guess we'll find out depending on what he inquired for this day for the jurors. Like, does anybody need to watch the basketball game tonight? What we need to do. Y'all can see they're starting court at 10:03. So they start court pretty late, I think. 10 is pretty late for me. Like, why are we not starting at 9? But whatever. I'm pretty sure they would have showed us any motions and hearings. And something else that I really want to watch, and I'm hoping that they show it. Y'all know the brother in the first trial, Dylan, he did a proffer outside of the jury. I am hoping that we are going to see that. If not, I do have a clip of it, but I'm hoping that they just play it in the natural flow of the first trial. But we'll see. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get in here.
Not be concerned with, but I'm going to give you a general explanation, kind of as part of your law school education. I bet you that rap will come off before the day's over. Yes. Yes.
Oh, and one more thing, guys. If y'all ever want me to put it on 1.5 or speed it up, definitely let me know, and I will do that. Okay. Because I know it may be I haven't seen the trial, so I know that there may be some slow parts in there. But then again, it seemed like the pace of their talking is okay. But y'all let me know. We can always do that. All right, guys.
Today it was a little muggy, so we should try to start out with the law has evolved. At one time, they called things trial by ambush. One side did not have to tell the other side anything. As the law evolved over time, a case in its strongest sense is a search for the truth, whether it be a criminal case or whether it be a civil case where someone has sued somebody. Discovery is applicable in both of those, civil and criminal, and it's where the attorneys, because of court rule, have to furnish to the other side certain material so that we do not have trial by ambush. They have to advise them essentially of what evidence they intend to present, and it can apply equally to both sides. So I hope that answers your question. It's not something you need to do with others. You've heard 404B, you've heard discovery, you've heard all kinds of things that might be outside something we used to. Those are things that we must concern ourselves with. And all right, call your next witness for the state.
Brian Vitt.
Include someone swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you out.
Yes, sir.
Be seated.
Thanks, sir.
I want you to state your name first and last and spell it with the courtroom.
Okay. My name is Brian Vitt. Common spelling on Brian with I.
Last name is V as in Victor, ITT. I'm a City of Camden police officer with the Camden Police Department.
All right, thank you, sir. Keep proceeding.
But you're really not here today about your police duties, are you?
No, sir.
Just sort of about your ordinary life.
Yes, sir.
Where do you live?
I live at 926 Yellow Springs Road.
Is that in something called Yellow Springs, like community?
Yes, sir, the Yellow Springs community.
And generally, where is that?
It's in the northern part of Decatur County.
Is it
Not very long when this took place.
Do you know whether or not Juanita Hickerson was related to Shane Austin?
It was his grandmother.
April the 13th of 2011. Well, let me ask you, did you have like a routine basically for how you got up in the morning and stuff like that?
I work swing shift. I change shifts constantly.
Okay.
Once a week, I'm on midnights for a week, and I'm on day shift for a week.
Okay, so that night before,
Mhm.
that April the 12th,
Okay.
what time did you come home and stuff like that?
Working a midnight shift. Came home, got home about 6 a.m. On the morning that Holly disappeared. I came home.
Now, did you interrupt right there?
Yes.
Did you know Holly?
I did not know her personally. My daughter knew her. My daughter, they weren't best friends, but they was in the same circle, so to speak. Came home, parked patrol car, went in and cooked breakfast for my wife and I. I'm trying to remember if my daughter was there at the time or not. But I fixed breakfast for my wife and I. We sat around, talked for a little while. She got ready to go to work.
What time she go to work?
She generally leaves.
Mr. Vitt, I'm Jennifer Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were a police officer with the Camden Police, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also, or at the time in the past, you were a part-time at Tennessee Wildlife, is it
Yes.
TWRA
Yes, ma'am. TWRA. Yes, ma'am.
officer? And so you've been a police officer for years,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're trained to observe things, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're certainly trained to listen for people in distress.
Yes, ma'am.
And you would, while you may not have noticed cars, you certainly would have noticed something that was suspicious driving by, such as if someone had driven by at a really high rate of speed. Isn't that right?
I would hope to. We have several that go by at a high rate of speed from time to time.
Okay. And so you didn't notice anything that morning unusual.
No, ma'am. Like I said, I was in the house from 6 to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Inside.
Now, you've given a statement about this before.
Yes, we've talked.
Okay. Matter of fact, Josh Carter came out with the TBI and spoke to you in September of 2014.
Okay.
Does that sound about right?
I don't remember the name. I mean, I spoke to several people, agents throughout this time.
Okay. So, and as a police officer, you're familiar with the fact that you write up reports after interviewing witnesses.
Yes,
It's standard practice among law enforcement.
correct.
And so at that time, and you would agree with me that memories fade over time.
Correct.
At that time, when you gave that interview, you told the TBI agent that you were outside mowing your lawn sometime between 7 a.m. or you started at approximately 7 a.m. and finished around 9 a.m.
Okay. I'm looking back. I mean, I'm pretty sure though. I'd have waited till she left. I normally do or
Okay.
did.
So it's possible then you're saying this report is wrong? If
I'm
it
saying
says 7 to 9?
I'm saying I may have been wrong on the 8 o'clock. It may have been 7 o'clock that I went out there and started mowing.
Okay, because memories fade over time.
Yes.
And even before that, though, you had shared with law enforcement the fact that you were outside that morning, hadn't you?
Oh, yes.
Because as soon as you heard that Holly Bobo was missing, you knew that you might be a key witness or that you might be able to provide information to the police?
No, not necessarily, because I did know that she come through that area.
Okay. There were items that belonged to Holly Bobo that were found on your road, weren't there?
I've heard that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so once you heard that, you recognized that you might have information that would be helpful in terms of the absence of information.
If I had information, yes, I would have definitely give the information.
Okay.
But unfortunately,
It's absent.
Correct.
There's no information to give. Is that right?
yes, ma'am.
Did you observe Jason Autry's testimony yesterday?
Bits and pieces of it.
And he had a different demeanor yesterday from the Jason Autry you know, didn't he?
I'm not really familiar with Jason Autry. I know of him, but never really been around him or spoke to him or anything.
Oh, I thought you had spoken to him before.
No, ma'am, not Jason Autry.
When you were out in the hall, you didn't say that he had a different attitude or a different demeanor yesterday than he has in the past?
No, I said he was very sharp yesterday.
No further questions.
Done. All right, free to go.
Thank you, sir.
Next.
They call it Randy McGee.
Raise your right hand, please. So we swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Be seated. State your first and last name and spelling for the benefit of the court.
Randy McGee, RANDY, MC, capital GEE.
Thank you. Proceed.
McGee, what do you do for a living? I install satellite systems, TV satellite systems.
And were you doing that in 2011?
Yes, sir.
And in what area do you do that?
Then probably 2 or 3 counties out here. At one time
Speak up a little bit, please.
I would go like from Memphis to Nashville. But that was years ago when I was a lot younger.
Years ago when you were a lot younger.
Yes, sir.
You might get a little closer to that mic.
Okay.
It's a hot mic.
Chair doesn't move. Let me move this.
That's there you go.
But that area in 2011 included Decatur County.
Yes, sir.
Did you have an occasion to install a satellite system or a cable system for Mr. Shane Austin on Yellow Springs Road?
Yes, sir.
What did you do that morning?
That morning, now it was just lunchtime or a little after when I got to his place. That morning, I had a service call, but I can't really remember what it was about.
And that was on April 13th, 2011.
Yes, sir.
And just tell the jury what you were going to do for Mr. Austin.
Oh, I was going to install a DirecTV D12 IRD receiver, 18-inch round dish. Just one room system. It's not that bad. Most time, a couple hours you can be through. Sometimes maybe it's 2 or 3 hours.
What time did you get started?
I'm going to say around lunch, maybe a little after. I'm not sure.
Mr. Austin present there at 30 Yellow Springs Road when you were installing that system?
Yes, sir.
Was there anybody with him at that time?
I didn't see anyone.
Did you have a chance to observe him and how he was acting or what he was doing?
I show him where I'm putting the dish. I'm getting a cable in a house, how everything's supposed to work. So mostly it's all the talking I do to a customer until I get through and I explain how to operate the system.
What was he doing while you were installing that system?
After I showed him about where the dish and stuff was and inside, he just stayed inside there. Was in the house.
Observing drinking that morning?
Yeah, he had a beer in his hand.
You know how many beers he had?
No, sir, I have no idea.
Thank you. Stop and ask any questions for you, Mr. McGee.
Now, the fact that you were going to come install television services for Shane Austin. That was planned in advance, wasn't it?
I'm sure it was. See, all my calls go to my store. My wife for her help takes all the orders.
I'm sorry, still having a hard time hearing you.
They call the store and order everything, and then they let me know, my wife or the people that work for us.
So that day when you were working with Mr. Austin, you actually had to go back and get a chainsaw. It was kind of an extended ordeal to install that.
Oh, yes, I see.
What's
I live across 641, which not that many miles from there. And it was just small trees. I'm saying something about like that.
A small what?
Trees. Did you say something about chainsaw?
Yes.
I just knocked, I don't know, 2 or 3 down out of the way. And he said that was fine. And I said, you clean them up. I said, I don't mind getting them down so you have TV.
Okay. So when you got out there, and you think it was around noon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you actually, because it was a scheduled visit, you call in advance before you come, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. Usually, but that day I can't remember. Sometimes I can't remember if I did that day, but most time I always call before I get there. And half the time the people don't answer anyway, so I wind up going.
And you had several numbers, telephone numbers at the time that you used for your business, didn't you?
Oh, what, you talking about the store numbers or?
Yeah, well, store, cell phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
mostly the store and my cell phone.
So one of the telephone numbers you used was 731-847-7813.
That's store, Tapestry.
That's the store.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you used 731-549-7532.
That's my cell phone.
And then you used 731-847-6070.
That's my home.
Okay. And so those were 3 numbers that Shane Austin might have called you on in order to set up or discuss with you the logistics of getting his television installed, isn't it?
More than likely it's going to be the Tapestry. That's where most people order anything. It'll be the 7813.
Okay. 7813, and that's the store number.
Yes, ma'am.
So you ended up installing, is it Direct TV?
Yes, ma'am.
Initially, you were going to do Dish because that's what Jimmy and Rita Austin had, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe they did. But it was probably too many trees because Dish Network hit more satellites and they're lower. The elevation is lower. Where just a little 18-inch Dish Direct, it's only one satellite and it's a good 10 degrees higher elevation. So it give me a better chance of clearing the trees. There's, lots of tall trees around that place.
Okay. And so that day, let me just, because you say that the number most likely to have been called would have been 7813. And you called Shane that day to let him know you were coming, didn't you?
That I'm not sure. I can't remember.
So if the phone records show that you called Shane, because actually before he came, Shane had kind of called you a lot or was very interested in the satellite dish setup, wasn't he?
He may have called the store a lot. I'm very seldom inside the store. I'm out on jobs all the time. I do all my own installs.
So that day, if there's a call from you, number 7338, number 847-7813 at 11:22 a.m., that would sound about right, wouldn't it?
It may have been my wife or our secretary calling and letting him know. Or, yeah.
That's
probably
the
what it
store
was.
number,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's a landline, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and it would take you approximately, 20 minutes to get from downtown Parsons to Shane's trailer?
Yes, but I come from somewhere else that morning. I don't really remember where that place was.
Okay, so perhaps your family had, or like you said, someone in the office had called.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after you installed the satellite, Shane called multiple times because he was having some trouble getting it work, didn't he?
No, I don't remember that.
And so you have no memory of there being additional telephone calls between you two?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Call my cell phone number or store number?
Well, on April the 13th, 2011, at 1:41 p.m., Shane called your store number and had a 46-second telephone conversation. Do you have any-
I don't believe I was
Do you have a
through at
memory of
about
that?
1 o'clock.
Objection.
Okay.
Now, she's asking what Mr. Austin did about calling the store that he's not at. I don't think that's a problem.
I'm having a problem with relevance as to the whole thing, but nobody's objected on relevance.
I'll check on relevance as well.
All right, sustained.
Well, Your Honor, if Mr. Austin is making calls to Mr. McGee that day, that's relevant as to what he was doing.
You've been over and over and over. I'm gonna let you go, but I'm having problems with this.
No further questions.
See, y'all see that last interaction that Jennifer just had with the judge? You know, he like, you say, are there two judges? I don't know. Maybe he got to confer with her. I don't know who she is. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, she just the channel manager for the games and letting them know the score. But y'all just see that interaction that they just had? Yeah, right. Lexi took the win right out of right after that, she was just like, I have no further questions. You know, the judge keep trying to tell her how to do her job. And not to say that he not supposed to make the courtroom run efficiently, but it amazes me how it gets very efficient when it's on the defense side, but he's not doing anything on the prosecution side to make them run this case more efficiently, like give up your witness. Then he has to come back and tell them about trial by ambush. Well, it wouldn't be a trial by ambush if you making sure that everything is in play. Like, can y'all imagine how many juries may have even heard anything about a trial by ambush? Like, you know, he like, yeah, you know, he been giving the jury and each time he talks to the jury, he like, okay, I'm taking you to legal, you know, to law school here. Like, he's giving them like so many, like, they don't care nothing about that. Like, they're not trying to learn all this extra law. Like, they got to learn all this extra law to follow along with this case. But yeah, this guy is, I don't know. I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get my order from what's that called? The grocery store, and they about to get on my nerves. They keep just sending me the thing talking about the stuff. I wish these people would just update the stuff right instead of having me going there. Yeah, this is so retarded. Like, I done ordered all this stuff right, thinking I'm about to, you know, get my order early this morning. Not to say, because I am a last minute person, but why would you let me add it to my cart last night if it's not available or ever going to be available? Like, what the fuck? Dang, I'm gonna still have to go out to the store. What the fuck? Like, really? Dang it. All right. I know y'all don't want to hear my well me problems. Here we go.
Brenda O'Brien.
Raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated. State your first and last name and spell it for the benefit of the court reporter, please.
Brenda O'Brien, BRENDA, O''BRYANT.
All right, be seated. Proceed.
Miss O'Brien, where do you, back in 2011, April 2011, where did your parents live?
3703 Cox Road in Holiday. It's the road that runs parallel to the interstate.
I'm going to ask you to lean forward because you're soft-spoken.
Okay.
We want to be able to hear you. Will you give the address again, please?
3703 Cox Road in Holiday. It's the road that runs along the interstate.
This Cox Road, the area that your parents, property that your parents own, is it anywhere in the vicinity of an area that's known as Kelly's Ridge?
Kelly Ridge is basically directly across the road from their home.
And Cox Road, where at least your father's house was, is that sort of a small, narrow, windy road?
Yes.
And you said this Kelly's Ridge is directly across the street from your father's property?
Yes.
And what is Kelly's Ridge? What does that mean?
It's basically just a dirt road through the woods. There is a gate at the entrance.
Do people hunt there?
Sometimes, I think so. And
Did you say there is a gate at the entrance to this dirt road?
there is.
And will you describe that property that your family owned?
Let's see, it's a lot of wooded area. It's a home with a shop and 3 ponds.
Okay, and these ponds, how far away from your home are they? I mean, are they visible?
From my parents' home?
Yes.
Yes, very.
I want to draw your attention, please, to, well, let me ask you this. Do you know the Holly Bobo?
Yes.
And how did you know Holly?
She played on the same ball team with my daughter many years ago.
And would you say that you were close friends with her family or just acquaintances because your daughters played ball together?
Acquaintances.
Do you remember on April the 13th of 2011 hearing that Holly was missing?
Yes.
Is that something that I guess you watched unfold with respect to searchers in the area and what people were doing to try and find Holly?
Yes.
Do you recall the weekend after she went missing, like that Saturday?
Yes.
Do you recall what you were doing?
I was at my parents' home.
And is that the home on Cox Road that's across from the Kelly's Ridge dirt road and gate?
Yes.
Was your father and other family members in the home, or were they out talking to searchers and trying to help?
My father and brother-in-law were in the woods helping them search for Holly.
And who was inside the house?
I was in the house with my mother and sister.
And did something happen which struck you as odd that you later felt like you needed to report?
Yes.
Would you direct your answers to the jury, please, and tell them what happened?
I was in the kitchen with my mother and sister, and a silver PT Cruiser came up the driveway.
Can you hear?
Yes.
None of us were aware of who this person was. I went to the door and a guy asked me if he could fish in the ponds. And my mother happened to be sitting at the table, right there, and she heard the conversation. And she said, well, really, I don't know that there are any fish in these ponds. We've had problems with otters, and we just don't really have many fish right now that I'm aware of. And
What did you tell him? I mean, your mother chimed in, but did you tell him?
I told him that he would have to talk to my dad.
Okay. And what did this person respond?
And he asked where my dad was. And I told him that he was helping them search for Holly.
And what, if anything, did you notice about this individual's demeanor?
When I mentioned Holly, he became very stressed. He rolled his eyes, ran his fingers through his hair, just looked extremely stressed. And at that point, he said, okay, I may come back later. And he got in his car and he backed out.
Now, did you report that day, Saturday?
A few days later.
And why did you report it?
Because to me, it was just the way he reacted when I mentioned Holly.
Let me ask you this, in all the years that, as far as you know, the years that your parents had lived there and you'd been in and out, had anybody ever driven up your driveway before, come to your porch and said, can I go fish in those ponds?
Never.
Okay. And did that strike you as odd?
That was odd as well.
And you said he backed down the driveway and left?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions.
Okay, so you actually sent an email to Officer Helm about what had happened, didn't you?
I emailed, I can't say who
Okay.
at the time.
You sent in an email explaining this very odd incident that had occurred.
Yes, I did.
And just to be clear about where this occurred, I won't get out a map. Let's see if we can do this as talking. Your parents and you also live on Cox Road.
Yes,
And Cox Road runs parallel to Interstate 40.
yes,
And it's north of Interstate 40.
yes,
And this Kelly Ridge Road that you're talking about kind of T-bones into Cox Road.
correct.
But Kelly Ridge Road has been blocked by a gate for years and years. Isn't that correct?
A few years.
It was blocked by a gate back in 2011, wasn't it?
I really can't remember at that time. I can't remember.
So if there were testimony that was gated back in 2011, that would probably be accurate.
My dad actually built that gate, but
Yes.
I cannot say when.
Okay.
I really do not remember that.
And that area, your parents, so they live across the street, kind of in front of the T-bone where Kelly Ridge Road T-bones into it, don't
Yes.
they? Okay. And their property is then between Cox Road and the interstate.
Yes,
And at this point, they have done a lot of timber cutting back there where Kelly Ridge Road is. I mean, a lot of that area has been cut bare at this
Yes.
point, isn't that right?
And Your Honor, if I can just ask for clarification, when she says at this point, does she mean now, or does she mean 2005?
I mean, currently, it's
Then I would object to relevance as to what the land looks like.
relevant, Your Honor, if they're trying to imply somehow that Mr. Adams has dumped a body back in there, now it's clear cut. I can argue to the jury later that whole area has basically been mowed down. There's not trees there. There's not coverage anymore. People have been back in there working.
How it is now, I'm sustaining your objection on grounds of relevancy. You can ask anything about at that time.
Right, but it has,
I've ruled, please.
yes.
No further questions.
Anything else? All right, step down, you're free to go. Please.
Okay, that's 2 times in a row. Each witness, don't get me wrong. I'm not sure if, right, Lexi, and it seems like he probably wouldn't be able to get that off on me because I would be so defiant. That's why I cannot be a lawyer because she just gives up. So what she testified to in the post-conviction hearing is exactly how she felt, guys. I think the jury is in there when they're having these arguments, OnlyFans. I don't think the jury has been excused like they're doing speaking objections. Have y'all seen where the jury been out? Yeah, because I'd be like, I'm trying to protect my client, and I would have had all types of issues, and me and the judge would have been arguing. And it just seems like she gets, you can tell when the whole air comes out of her. Hey, Tilly Burr, how are you, honey bun? Are you home, sweetheart? Are you getting ready to go home? Yeah, this is just so discouraging. I could just imagine, it just sounds like all the air just keep going out of her every time. The jury is there. Okay, I thought so. Yeah. You think she raising appeal issues? I don't know. So you think that they were purposely kind of doing this, Jason? Her team? And then I don't like the fact that y'all know she doing all the work. She don't even have nobody helping her. This is a big case. She was up there picking up the boxes the other day. I'm like, all the men that's sitting over there, because our guy that got on the stand, Mr. Gosh, what's his name? Jerry, he did cross-examination of the ME. He's sitting over there at the table, right? But y'all know he said that he would not do cross-examination of any witnesses. She tried to get him to do cross-examination of the witnesses, but he didn't do it. I think he testified in the post-conviction hearing that the reason why he did not do it is because she would give him the information at the last minute because stuff was provided to her at the last minute. So he was like, he's not getting up there and making a mess of himself, but he said he felt comfortable enough with the ME to testify with the ME. Hey, Hellcat, good morning. Yeah, I agree with that. I think she is. So I'm assuming that, yeah, I mean, this is a mess. Okay, you get to go home. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep our fingers crossed for you, Tilly. Because we want you to get home too so you can be at home in the comfort of your own home. I tell you. Oh, boy. Okay, so that's 2 times that I've seen that. All in the same day. She probably ain't going to ask me.
All right. You're either free to go or you can come back in the courtroom. Okay? Call your next.
Angela Scott Smith.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise where the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I did.
Be seated, state your first and last name, spell it for the court reporter.
Angela Smith, ANGELASMITH.
I think I may have sort of called you by the wrong name or something. Is Angela Smith? There's also Angela Scott too.
Yes, it used to be.
Okay. And if I were to put them up together, is it Angela Smith Scott or Scott Smith?
Scott Smith.
Scott Smith, okay, so Angela Scott Smith. And you're gonna keep your voice up, okay?
Okay.
You may wanna get closer to that microphone. You don't have to be right up on it, but maybe a little closer. So we gotta be able to hear you right here.
Okay.
Okay? Do you know Jason Autry?
Yes.
How do you know Jason Autry?
Me and him dated.
You and him dated?
Mhm.
And again, you keep your voice up a little bit higher,
I'm
okay?
sorry.
I just cannot hear her.
You're gonna have to speak up. You can use that mic, but we've got to be able to hear you, okay?
All right, voice up, okay? Voice up. Say something.
Hello?
A little bit louder now.
Okay.
You're still not loud enough. You might have to go where you feel like you're yelling, okay?
Okay.
Talk to me way back here, okay?
Okay, this better?
This is better.
Okay.
You know Jason Autry?
Yes.
How do you know Jason Autry?
Me and him used to date.
Back in 2011, were you dating Jason Autry?
Yes.
With Jason Autry, when you say you dated, would he ever spend a night at your house?
Yes.
Once in a while or frequently?
Frequently.
Was he supposed to be spending a night at your house?
No.
So tell me how y'all would arrange things.
He would park down the road at the convenience store. I'd go pick him up and take him back the next morning.
And what kind of car was he driving back then?
PT Cruiser.
And you'd come up there, pick him up, and take him back to your house.
Yes.
Did y'all have a routine? I mean, that's a routine right there.
Yeah.
Hiding out of his car, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you have a routine for how your days would go that you spent together?
On days I worked, I'd take him back to his car. He'd go to work or whatever he was doing, and then I'd go to work and get off work and would meet back up. And
Where were you working at?
Carhartt,
What were you doing at Carhartt?
sewing,
What time would you start work in the morning?
7 in the morning.
About what time would you drop him off at the convenience store?
Probably around 6:30.
Once you dropped him off, we're talking about a routine. And before I do that, do you have any particular memories about April the 13th, 2011?
No.
Talking about this routine.
Mhm.
After you dropped him off to 6:30ish at the convenience store,
Yes.
would y'all stay in contact throughout the day?
Yes, we text a lot.
Y'all text a lot
Mm-hmm.
in the mornings,
Mm-hmm. All day, pretty much.
all day? And when were you supposed to see him during the days?
On days he wasn't working, he'd bring me my lunch, and days he was working, I'd see him later in the evening.
He'd bring lunch to you,
Yes.
and I think y'all ate lunch about the worst place possible,
Health department
the health department.
in the parking lot.
Why'd y'all meet at the health department?
It was close to my work.
Is there a place y'all could eat there?
Just sit out in the car in the parking lot.
About what time was he supposed to meet you for lunch?
Around 11:30ish.
And then what would happen after that?
Eat lunch and go back to work.
And then the afternoons, when would you get off?
He was around 4:30 on most days.
And at that point, would meet back at the
Yes.
convenience store and then back to the house with the car, get out.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so that was the daily routine.
Pretty much.
Were there ever days that he didn't show up for lunch like he was supposed to?
Not very often.
But were there days that happened?
Yes.
Days that he'd get himself in trouble with you?
Yeah.
Do you remember April the 13th, 2011, in particular?
No.
Do you remember anything about that day?
The only thing I remember is the Holly Bobo missing the Amber Alert came across my phone.
Remember getting an Amber Alert?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know any of Jason Autry's friends, people he hung out with?
Yes.
Did Do you know Zach Adams?
Yes.
Do you know Shane Austin?
Yes.
Did Jason hang out with those two?
Yes, he did.
That's all.
Hello, Ms. Smith. I'm Jennifer Thompson. I wanted to ask you, you had a cell phone back in April of 2011, didn't you?
Yes.
And your cell phone number was 731-441-1789. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And you had a home number. Your home number was, didn't you?
Yes, I think I did at that time.
It's 731-584-1064, wasn't it?
Yes.
And at the time that Holly, you've given a report, you've given statements to law enforcement regarding this case, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. Your first statement that you gave to law enforcement was in February of 2014, wasn't it?
I'm not sure on the date, but
It was several years after Holly had disappeared, wasn't
yes.
it? Okay. And at the time that you gave your first statement, you said that Jason told you right after Holly disappeared that she was his cousin, didn't
Yes.
she? Okay. And back in those days, Jason was a heavy drug user, wasn't he?
I didn't know how heavy, but yeah, same he was now.
Okay. No further questions.
Done? Done. All right, you can step down, you're free to be excused, or you can come back to the courtroom if you'd like.
Thank you.
Call your next.
Yeah, our next witness is Victor Dinsmore, and before he comes, may we approach?
Raise your right hand, please. Tell me the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, you'll be seated. Say your first and last name and spell it for the court reporter.
Victor Wayne Dinsmore, Dinsmore.
I'm gonna raise this, Judge. The last witness was shorter.
Okay. And let me also say this, you're aware that mic is hot because you heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
That will amplify you where you can be heard.
Okay.
You might be aware
Okay.
of that. The other thing, in courtroom setting, once you listen carefully to the witness, to the questions that are asked of you, respond to that.
Okay.
Don't volunteer information unless
Okay.
you think it's necessary to explain your answer.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Dinsmore, I'm not asking for your address, but where do you live?
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay, how long have you lived in Indianapolis?
5 going on 6 years.
Right, and who do you live with?
My wife
Prior to moving to Indianapolis, where did you live?
lived on Yellow Springs Road, Holiday, Tennessee.
Right, and you're actually, I'm not hearing you, so I'm gonna get you to lower the mic or just speak up, okay?
All right.
And where did you live prior to moving to Indianapolis?
On 1551 Yellow Springs Road,
And how long did you live there?
about almost 7 years.
And before I ask you about maybe some of your acquaintances that you have in Yellow Springs, let me just go ahead and get it out of the way. With respect to your background, you were convicted when you were 19 or 20 of a rape, I believe.
I was 23 years old.
And how long did you do?
I did 2 years in penitentiary.
And have you done other prison time?
No.
So I want to jump forward, if you will, to 2011 and ask at that time, did you know an individual by the name of Zachary Adams?
Yes, I did.
You see him in the courtroom today.
Yes, he's there.
Would you point him out just so the judge sees who you're talking to?
Right there.
All right, for the record, the defendant.
And in addition to Zachary Adams, did you know his brother Dylan?
Yes, I did.
Did you know an individual by the name of Shane Austin?
Yes, I did.
Did you know an individual by the name of Jason Autry?
Yes, I did.
Did you know an individual by the name of Carl Stabler?
Yes, I did. Stabler.
Stabler. Okay. I asked if you've done any more time and you said no, despite not having been caught. Were you selling drugs off and on back at that time?
Yes, my disability money, it wasn't a lot of money, and I was doing whatever I had to do to survive. I was actually selling a little bit on the side.
All right, and what did you sell?
Morphine.
And you said your disability, do you have a significant
I've
injury?
had 7 back surgeries, so
Despite being on disability, and selling morphine on the side. You also appeared to have a pretty strong work ethic. You were working at that time,
All the time.
right? And what kinds of jobs did you do?
Basically any kind of remodeling.
Different people in the area, you're pretty much on a project a good bit of the time.
Yeah, about every week or so.
I asked about selling morphine. Did you or have you at that time ever sold morphine to the individuals that I asked if you knew? Adams, Autry, Austin.
Yes.
Of those, were you closest to Zachary Adams? Between him and Autry?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if Autry, at least in the beginning phases, if Autry wanted morphine, would he go through Zach?
Zach or Shane?
Okay. So those were the two that you had the most contact with?
Yes.
I want to draw your attention, please, to April the 13th, 2011. Do you remember what remodeling job, if any, that you were involved in at that time?
Yes, I was at Miss Dottie's home residence. I was redoing their garage and their kitchen. And I was in the garage at that time, finishing up the trim and painting the doors and stuff.
Right, now, everybody talks about Miss Dottie's. Who is Dottie?
Dottie's, they own a BP and a marina there right at the exit, and they're pretty well known right there. They're good people.
All
So
right. Is the name of it Dottie's Marine?
Dottie's BP and marina.
Okay. And you said right there at the exit. What exit?
Exit 126.
And that's off of 40.
Yes.
And she didn't live there, of course. So where did she live? Where was her house?
Miss Dottie's was right around the corner.
But not at the BP.
No.
Okay.
No.
But close to 126. Do you know where, of your own knowledge, where Zachary Adams actually lived?
Yes, he lived on 641, right up just down the road from Dottie's.
Well, I was going to ask you, how far from Zach Adams' house to Dottie's?
I could throw a rock there almost. It's not very far.
Okay.
So
And what about, and you lived on Yellow Springs Road, you know where Shane lived?
yes,
Where did he live?
about a mile down the road.
Same road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait. So I asked you to think back to April the 13th, 2011. You said you were doing this remodeling at Dottie's home.
Yes.
Do you recall an incident that happened in the afternoon of the 13th?
Yes, I do.
And will you direct your answers to the jury and tell them what happened?
I was inside the garage doing some work. The cleaning lady had showed up, Debbie. Her and I had talked a little bit. She went to work. I went back to work. And then Zach and Shane and Train pulled up in Dylan's truck. And they got out and one of them came in. Zach asked me if I had a joint. And I said, yeah, I've always got one that I took to work. And I went out and smoked it with them. And within 2 or 3 minutes, there was Zach and Shane Austin were arguing and fighting. And I heard a few little spurts out of their mouth about who was going to hit it first. And I never even put it together at all. And I told them they couldn't do that there because this was my job and they had to go. So they loaded up and took off. Train actually kind of broke them up and they loaded up and took off. So.
And do you remember getting a morphine pill or Zach buying a morphine pill or Shane buying one for Autry while they were
No, not there.
there? This fight, how much of a fight was it?
Jumping around, basically. Swung at each other a couple times. One, I think Zach hit Shane, about blacked his eye. That's about all there was. So, and I went out and told them they couldn't do it. They had to go. So.
You said that they pulled up in Dylan's truck?
Dylan's Chevy.
Right. And what color was that truck?
Black.
And while they're on the property, does Zach make statements to you about speaking to your wife or going to your wife's house, and putting a car in your shop?
No,
You did not say?
no,
At any time did he tell you that?
no,
Has he ever hidden a truck in your,
twice.
have you ever had his Nissan?
Yes. That was a very short time.
But you don't recall him mentioning it there?
No, I don't remember him saying anything there. I was trying to get them out of there before Mr. and Mrs. Doug or Dottie showed up.
You recall, of course, being interviewed by law enforcement several years after this happened, correct?
Yes.
And in that statement, if you told the,
Your Honor, I object. I don't think he has said it. I don't understand what she's getting ready to do here.
I'll wait, Mr. Dinsmore, till the lights are off and ask you a couple of questions.
Let's get one more roll, please. Wrong row. At the first break, I want some colored tape put on the filter's breakers.
Here's on there.
What?
Okay, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4.
Is there something to positively identify?
What are they called?
Okay, maybe,
Row 1, 2, 3.
while they're trying to do that, Mr. Dinsmore, go ahead and show the jury, if you will, where Yellow Springs Road is.
Yellow Springs Road
You'll use the pointer.
Yellow Springs Road is the road that's adjacent to I-40.
Okay,
This is Yellow Springs right there.
Yellow Springs is the very small road to the right of what appears to be 40.
Yes,
Okay, and you said there's my spread. Where did you live?
right there.
That's your driveway?
Yes, I had a horseshoe driveway that went up with an 1/8 mile straight back. So
Can you show me, even if you can't spot it, can you tell me where Shane Austin lived?
if you went right here, turn the corner, it's right in here by the church.
Now, it looks like a long distance, but you said it's actually about a mile away.
About a mile.
Now I'm gonna put the next picture up. All right, now you mentioned a horseshoe driveway.
Yes,
You'll show the jury what you're referring to.
right there is my horseshoe driveway. Come in either side and come back to the property.
All right, and then if you'll show the jury which is the house and which is the shop.
The shop, the house.
The red roof is the house.
Yes,
White roof is the shop.
yes,
And is that the shop that Zachary Adams hid his grandfather's white Nissan in?
yes. He hid the Nissan in the double door right there.
All right, thank you. And I take it that you indicated you do not recall there being a discussion about that Nissan on the day of the 13th, but that you know that truck was hidden in that
Yes,
shop
yeah,
after Holly went missing?
yes,
Okay. So you freely gave that information to law enforcement when they asked you?
yes.
Now, lights come back up. Do you recall,
I've got to train you, officer, every day. Just walk it down on the big stuff.
do you recall when you moved from that house and relocated to Indianapolis?
Yeah.
What, do you remember what month, what year?
It was going into 2012. It was 2012. I was out of there. I had to leave.
So sometime by the end of 2011.
Yeah.
All right. After Holly was missing, did you become aware of sort of massive searches in the whole area?
Yes, they came up and searched my barn, you know, everywhere on my property too. So,
With your permission?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
And when they came to search your barn and your property, I take it at that time the Frontier was not hidden in the shop?
No.
Did you allow them to go wherever they wanted to go?
It was already basically gone.
So my next question was, because you allowed them to go wherever they wanted to go.
Yeah.
Did you continue to have associations with Zachary Adams, Shane Austin, after Holly was abducted?
That's when they started going downhill. So
Now, when you say that, did you have an opportunity to observe Zach Adams in the days that followed the abduction? Now, listen, my question was, did you observe him? Did you see with your own eyes him?
no.
Was that unusual?
Yeah.
For what period of time?
2 to 3 weeks
And before that, how often would you see him?
every day.
What about Shane?
For the last couple months, every day I'd see him too.
And what about after Holly was missing?
He was still around. He was still coming around a little bit.
Do you recall within a relatively short period of time, a month or so, after Holly was missing, Shane bringing you a gun?
It was a couple months maybe after she was missing.
And of course, as a convicted felon, you weren't supposed to have a gun.
No.
Is that something he had done before? To trade drugs or?
Never a pistol.
Was it a pistol?
This time it was a pistol.
I want to show you what's been previously marked as Exhibit 180.
That'd be it.
That's the gun.
That's the gun.
When he brought it to you, who was with him?
He had Jason Autry with him.
And who did you actually do the transaction with?
With Shane. I didn't trust Jason, so.
And was it for money or was it for drugs?
For pills.
And you couldn't go around carrying a pistol
No.
yourself.
No.
Even though you traded it.
I traded it because I thought I could make a profit off of it. So
Who did you give this gun to?
I gave that gun to my wife because of what happened to Holly, to protect herself.
And your wife's name is?
Sandra Dinsmore.
And she's here as well, right?
Yes.
And you guys came in from Indianapolis a day or two ago?
Yes.
At some point, after you gave this gun to Sandy and before you moved to Indianapolis, did you tell her something?
Yeah, I told her that she needed to get rid of it.
And why did you, I asked her what she said, but why did you tell Sandy that she needed to get rid of that gun?
Because I was told that if it had from who it came from, there's a liable chance it had a body on it.
Don't say what somebody told you.
Because I was afraid it had a body on it.
And when you use the term, you were afraid it had a body on it, what does that mean?
That means it had killed somebody.
That you told her to get rid of it for that reason?
Yes, I did.
Now, let's jump forward and that was before you moved to Indianapolis?
Yes.
So sometime in 2011?
Just right before.
All right. And after you told her that, did you ever see that gun again?
No.
Until very recently?
Very recently.
So let's jump forward from 2011 to 2016 or perhaps earlier this year. Do you recall having a conversation with TBI, not asking what was said, and with me?
Yes, I do.
Did you provide us finally with the information about where or about your knowledge about this gun?
Yes, I did.
And again, can't say what Sandy said, but were you present when she gave information about where this gun could be found?
Yes.
And in response, passing on that information to TBI and to me, were you flown down to Decatur County with your wife?
Yes, we were.
Where were you taken?
We went out on off Holiday Road and helped them look for the gun in a creek along Holiday Road.
Okay, and how far is Holiday Road from Yellow Springs?
Probably 3 or 4 miles.
So 3 or 4 miles from where you and Sandy were living is this John Holiday Road?
Yes, Joe Holiday.
Joe Holiday?
Yeah.
All right, so you said help them look. Were there a number of individuals out there?
Yes.
Did you go up and down the road?
Yes.
Digging involved?
Yes. Metal detectors.
Backhoe?
Yes.
On the day that you were here helping them search, was the gun found?
No, it was not.
After returning to Indianapolis, did you call and give additional information, a better description of where on that road you guys thought we should look?
Yes, after we came down, we saw that the road had been graded and everything was changed. And Sandy and I sat up a few nights and talked, and she figured out basically exactly where it was. And that's when we called.
Because everything was different in
Oh, yeah,
2017.
totally different. So
You said it had been graded. It had actually been repaved, graded.
it widened, repaved, and they covered up everywhere where she thought the gun was.
Okay.
So
And after calling and providing that information, were you then shown photographs of this gun and then the gun?
yes,
Is there any doubt in your mind that this is the gun that
No,
you gave to your wife?
no doubt.
Any doubt in your mind that this is the gun that you bought or traded?
12 morphine pills for.
Mr. Hagerman pointed out that when I asked you about the fight at your house,
Yes,
or not your house, sorry, at Dottie's house,
yes.
that it was unclear who said, "I let you hit it." Whose mouth did that come out of?
That was coming out of Zach's and Shane's. They were talking about who was going to hit it first. And after all this came about, I have figured out what they were saying. So
But there's no doubt in your mind that that conversation was between the two of them, not Jason Autry.
no, that was those two.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
That's the witness.
Yes, sir.
All right, cross.
Mr. Dinsmore, I'm Jennifer Thompson. We've met and spoken, haven't we?
Yes,
So you have a federal immunity agreement in this case, don't you?
yes, I do.
And it's protecting you from any federal charges that you might get related to your testimony here today, isn't it?
I object, Your Honor, that's a mischaracterization. The immunity was against weapons or guns from back then.
For that year.
But what he would testify to today, such as owning weapons or guns. I think that's a clear characterization of it.
It's not for testimony.
No, it's for anything he admits to. He's immune from what he might admit to today.
Surrounding potential gun charges because of his testimony today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I think that's clear.
Um,
And I want to pass you up my best copy that I was provided of your immunity agreement.
And I see what you're passing.
No, respond to the question, please, unless it's necessary to make explanation.
I really didn't even want those. But
Okay, so you didn't even want an immunity agreement. It's not a very good copy. It's very difficult to read, but.
those are exactly like what I've got.
Okay, so I'd like to mark that then as an exhibit.
The 190.
And that's your federal immunity agreement, is that right?
Yes.
And you agree with me, it's very difficult to read the copy I was given.
Yes. Need a magnifier.
And then next, I'm going to pass up to you. Thank you. I'm going to pass up another item to you. This is a state immunity agreement.
Yep. Same thing.
Okay. And it's not been executed, but I'm assuming you've executed an immunity agreement in this case. Is that right? I'm sorry. That's legal talk. You signed your immunity agreement, didn't you?
No.
So you didn't assign a state immunity agreement?
No.
Okay. You were offered one. Is that right?
I was given one.
And you recognize that paper as the one you were given?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to mark that as.
The 191.
So when you lived in the Parsons area in Decatur County, you lived at 1551 Yellow Springs Road, didn't you?
Yes.
And that portion of Yellow Springs Road actually faces the interstate, doesn't it?
Yes, runs parallel with it.
Okay. And it runs parallel with the interstate on the south side of the interstate, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're aware that Holly Bobo's personal items were found on either side of your home on the road, on Yellow
Yes.
Springs Road?
Yes, I was very aware of that.
Okay. One was found to the west of your home, one was found to the east of your home, weren't they?
Yes.
Okay. And then your house, your road first it runs east-west, and then Yellow Springs Road actually takes a curve and kind of runs north-south at some point.
Yes.
And down there, south side is where Shane Austin's trailer was back in 2011.
Yes.
And you were fairly good friends with Shane Austin, Zach Adams, and Jason Autry at one time, weren't you?
Jason, not so much. Zach, I got kind of close to. Shane. So.
Okay. They all three came over to your house at various times.
Yes.
And so you initially gave a statement in this case in July 21st of 2011 to Officer Ricky Inman, didn't you?
Yes.
And at that time, you expressed your frustration because you had heard that Zach Adams was using you as an alibi.
Yes.
But you did not hear that from Zach Adams. That's what Ricky Inman had told you.
Yes, he did.
And you then specifically said that you were not with Zach, Shane, or Jason on the day Holly disappeared, didn't you?
Yes.
You told him, as a matter of fact, that the fight that occurred happened a few days after Holly disappeared.
That was because I had my days mixed up because I had my wife in the hospital the next night, all night. So.
At some point, you had actually told Ricky Inman your wife was in the hospital the day that Holly disappeared.
That's right. I had it mixed up.
And that turned out to not be accurate either.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you personally do not have an alibi, but for your wife as to the time that Holly was taken from her house, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Your wife is your alibi, right?
Mr. Dottie and Miss Dottie, I was at their house at 8 o'clock in the morning. Working.
And that's what you're testifying to today, right?
Yes.
But they've both passed away. They're deceased.
Mr. Doug, he's still alive. Miss Dottie passed.
Okay. In December of 2011, you implicated Michael Alexander as being a part of the burial of Holly Bobo's body, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
At one one time you were a pretty heavy methamphetamine user after Holly disappeared, weren't you?
After she disappeared, probably for about 2 months, and that's when I started weaning off.
At some point, you even sold your tractor and bush hog for money to buy meth.
No, I sold a tilling machine that I never used for my tractor, and that's when I knew I had to get away from the stuff.
Well, you told investigators that you sold your tractor and bush hog, didn't you?
No, I said I was to the point where I was selling farm equipment, and that's when I knew I needed to get off of it.
So the investigators wrote that down. They just got the facts wrong.
I guess.
You used your home telephone number for the majority of your drug dealing, didn't you?
Yes.
And you were selling morphine to various people in the community, weren't you?
Yes.
Your home telephone number was 731-847-7978, wasn't it?
Yes.
And that's a landline.
Yes.
And even though you're testifying you weren't that close to Jason Autry called you on your home phone number before Holly disappeared, didn't he?
Yes, that doesn't mean I was close to him, though.
Okay, and he called you on your home phone number after Holly disappeared, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And Zach was calling you on that home phone number both before and after Holly disappeared, wasn't he?
Not much after Holly disappeared.
But if there were calls from Zach, I strike that question. Now, I want to ask you about this white truck. When you gave a statement to Valerie Trout, you testified on it direct about the white truck that had disappeared.
Yes.
You gave that statement March the 5th, 2014.
Yes. Yes.
And that was after Zach had been arrested on these charges, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you knew at that point they had already searched Zach's house and Zach's grandfather's house.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it had been on the news that they'd brought in backhoes and were doing all kinds of searches there.
Yes, they searched my property too. So.
And when you gave that statement, you said that Zach had hid his grandfather's truck, his grandfather's white Nissan. Is that right?
Yes.
But you specifically never mentioned that he had hid it at your house.
Yeah, he hid it there just trying to hide it from his grandfather, he told us. And
You didn't mention to Valerie Trout that the truck was at your house, did you?
she didn't ask.
Well, she was there to get as much information from you.
I'm going to object to speculation about what he
You
thinks.
can ask a question, he's been instructed to answer it. Don't make statements, just ask questions.
Well, at the time you were talking to Valerie Trout, you were wanting to be as helpful as possible. Is that right?
Still am.
And you had a fairly long interview with her, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And you were at that time trying to provide her with as much information as possible.
As we started a month after it happened.
Now, you're aware in this case that there's a reward,
Money doesn't matter to me.
but you are aware that there's a reward.
I won't take it.
My question is not whether you
Yes,
take it.
I know there's reward. It's not about money.
And where you lived on Yellow Springs Road is less than 2 miles from where they found Holly Bobo's body, isn't it?
Yes.
At some point, you sold Jamie Darnell the house on Yellow Springs Road, and you did not own it, did you?
I had a acting legal contract on the house
Okay, you took money from Jamie Darnell for the house.
and sold it to him on a contract.
But it turns out that Jamie Darnell did not end up owning the house, did he?
No, because he stayed on methamphetamine and lost it.
You didn't give him his money back, did you?
No.
But you were buying it from somebody else at the time.
Pete Peterson.
Now, at some point, you tried to rape Jamie Darnell's wife, Danielle Beckham, didn't you?
Absolutely not true.
You were driving a black pickup truck in April of 2011, weren't you?
I had a black Ford old beater
Pickup truck.
pickup.
At another point in time when you were giving an interview, you claimed to have purchased a .22 from Shane Austin that was used to kill Holly Bobo, didn't you?
I told them that I knew where the .22 was if that was the caliber rifle that killed Holly Bobo.
As a matter of fact, before you came up with this .32 that we're here on today, you suggested several other guns that you thought might have been involved in the murder of Holly Bobo.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And that some of that was before her body had been discovered, wasn't it?
Yes.
And before it was known that she'd been shot.
Yes.
And you also said that you knew where a shotgun was that might have been used in the murder of Holly
Still
Bobo.
do.
Now, you've given multiple statements in this case, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Matter of fact, when we go back to where the gun was found, you initially said that Jason Autry sold you a .38 or a .357.
I wasn't sure really back then until I saw it. So
Okay, so once you saw the gun that they brought to you and said, this is the gun,
the handle's what keyed me in.
that
The grips. So
that's how you knew that
I knew
this was
right
the
away.
gun. Okay, so, but initially, when they came to you in February of this year, you said that it was a .357 or a .38, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I thought it could be.
Well, you were pretty clear it was one of those two kinds of guns, weren't you?
I wasn't sure.
And you specifically said it was an American-made gun, didn't you?
Don't think so.
So you at some point spoke to my investigator in this case, didn't you? Amber Tree?
Yes.
And you even spoke with me and my investigator by telephone at some point, didn't you?
Yes.
And at that point, you said that the gun was American-made when you spoke to us by the phone, didn't you?
I thought it was.
So that's a yes. You did at some point say it was an American-made gun
I could have. So
because you thought it was an American-made gun. Isn't that right?
sold in America. Most of them, I think, are made in America, but not.
But you just now said you thought it was an American-made gun.
Yes, I did.
And then Brent Booth came to talk to you. Well, first of all, they flew you down here sometime in February to try to find the gun that you had disposed of. Is that right?
I didn't dispose of it.
Your wife disposed of it.
Yes.
Okay. And they actually brought you down to Joe Holiday Road to look for it.
Yes.
And you were there with your wife when she's trying to show them where the gun was.
Yes.
And initially she said that she had buried it on the side of the road on Joe Holiday Road.
Right by the creek.
Okay. And you were there when they dug up Joe Holiday Road, weren't you?
I was there when we metal detected and took poking rods and went down, but not as the initial backhoe digging. They did that at another date.
Okay. And they weren't able to find it, the gun.
No.
Okay. And then you continued to think about where it might possibly be, didn't you?
My wife and I. It had been a little bit of time since she got rid of it, so. And everything there changed.
Everything there changed?
By the road, everything.
Well, it's still the Joe Holiday Road, right?
Yes, but it was about 6 feet wider and about 2 feet lower and paved. It was gravel, so it's totally different.
Okay, so, but it still comes out and deadheads in T-bones into Bible Hill Road.
Bible Hill.
Okay. And there's still a creek next to it, as there was back in 2011. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you spoke with law enforcement, then they were unable to find it, the gun.
Unable to.
And then at some point Brent Booth went back to talk to you in May of 2017, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And were you aware that that conversation was recorded?
Yes.
And you met him in the parking lot of the sporting goods store?
Yes.
And you actually got in his car, your wife got in the car, and you were talking to him?
Yes.
And so at that point, and this is Special Agent Brent Booth with the TBI, isn't it?
Yes.
And at that point, he proceeded to tell you what.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to what Brent Booth proceeded to tell you.
Sustained.
Okay, I'm not going to say what he said. I'm going to just,
She literally just said, at that time, Brent Booth proceeded to tell you. If
Sa-
there's a
All
question-
right, then make your question, be aware of the hearsay objection,
Okay.
please.
facts that Jason Autry was,
Was going to testify to at trial.
It's, Your Honor, that's exactly what you just sustained the objection on.
I didn't say what the facts were. I didn't quote him.
Go ahead, man. Let's pick this up, okay?
He told you facts that Jason Autry was going to testify to at trial, didn't he?
Not the facts. He didn't tell me what he was going to say.
He most certainly did tell you what he was going to say.
Well, clue me in.
So there's he told you well, first of all, he told you that Zach had taken his truck and parked it, that Jason Autry was going to testify that Zach had taken his truck and parked it in your garage. Didn't he tell you that?
Yes, he did, but we already knew that.
Okay.
So,
And at that time, you said no, that the truck wasn't there, that his truck was absolutely not in your garage, didn't you?
yes, but I had to put two and two together because he had two different trucks at my property, hiding both of them.
You said, I know he didn't hide that damn thing in my pole barn. Didn't you?
I probably said that when I thought that he had the body of Holly Bobo in the back of that truck. That's the first thing that went through my mind.
But you initially told Brent Booth that no, the truck was not at your house, in your shop.
Yes, I did tell him that until we started figuring things out.
You said, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't at our house, bud. Man, no way, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And then he started to ask you, could he have done that and you just not know it?
That's basically about what happened. It was through my wife.
And you said, no, I know it's not going to matter, didn't you?
I guess I did.
And you talked about how the fact that Zach Adams had borrowed a brown truck from you.
Yes.
So that he could go to Decaturville.
Yes, that's where the mistake's been made.
And you said that's the only time he had left his truck at your house was when he borrowed your brown truck.
Yes.
And, but that was not the day that Holly Bobo disappeared, was it?
No.
Okay. And then you said, I know he didn't hide the damn thing in my pole barn. Now he might have parked it outside, beside my pole barn and let it be there for a minute, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And that's where I was mistaken at. After my wife and I talked, we figured out it was in the pole barn, but not a very long time.
And then Brent Booth tells you again, well, according to Jason,
I thought she said, I'm not going to read facts about what Brent Booth told him. If she has a question about whether he made a statement, That's the way she's supposed to ask. She's not supposed to just read it. I'd love to read.
Objection sustained.
I'm not entering it for the truth, Your Honor.
Please don't argue. You can ask him questions as to whether he made that statement.
Okay. After you denied it,
The first time, Brent Booth went ahead and reaffirmed with you information about what Jason Autry was going to testify to, didn't he?
This is after my wife and I sit down and talked. We had to put our heads together. It was a few years back, you know.
Right, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this very same day. This is May the 18th, 2017, when he came up to visit you.
Yes.
And then once again, you go through this, and then you begin to change your memory, don't you?
Judge, I'm sorry. She's testifying and telling him that he's changing his memory. You've told her 3 times, if there's a question, to ask it.
that's a question.
That's a comment.
You changed your memory, didn't you?
Okay, ask the question.
You began to change your memory, didn't you?
After my wife and I talked, some things came back around, and she mentioned some things that reminded me of things that happened.
Yeah, but by the time you finished talking to Brent Booth that day, you had recovered that memory, hadn't you?
That was before that. We just told him that.
Okay, so what you're saying now is you had already recovered the memory that Zach had put his truck in your shop, but you started out slow with Brent Booth and just were telling him, no, he hadn't put the truck there.
I wasn't sure at first, like I said, until my wife and I talked. And that's when we figured out, yes, it was there. And my daughter confirmed it. So
I'm not understanding. When did you and your wife talk? Before or after Brent Booth came to talk to you on May the 18th?
we talked
2019?
before, after, we talked last night. We talked on the way to the court this morning.
But when did you and your wife talk about the fact that that white Nissan truck was parked in your shop?
Before Brent came up.
Before Brent. And
Yeah.
it was at that time, before Brent came up, that you had then realized that, yes, in fact, the white Nissan was parked there?
Yes, but I just didn't remember them saying they had to move some tires out. I had a big shop. I didn't think there was any reason. But then my wife clued me in and said, yes, they moved tires. And then I remembered I had some tires off of a van that I had scrapped the van. I kept the wheels and tires laying in the way.
Okay, so initially when you said no way, there's no way that truck was in my pole barn. First of all, when you say pole barn, you're referring to the shop, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So initially when you said no way, there's no way that truck was in my pole barn, you were simply referring to the fact that the tires had not been moved?
No, I was referring to the fact that it was in my pole barn, but I didn't remember them moving no tires. So that's what had thrown me off. The fact that he had his black truck there for probably 2 weeks hidden, and I mixed those two up. So that's why I said he had one outside, but he did have his white truck on the inside.
So just to be clear here, when you're saying this, you say, when you say, and I know he didn't hide the goddamn thing in my pole barn.
I don't use GD, so I didn't say that.
I'm sorry, it says, I know he didn't hide the damn thing in my pole barn. When you said that, that is your way of conveying that, yes, the truck had been in your pole barn, but you did not know that he had moved the tires.
You're trying to cross me up here.
Okay, so what did you mean when you said, and I know he didn't hide the damn thing in my pole barn?
I was pretty sure they didn't until we talked, my wife and I and our 17-year-old daughter.
So when you said that statement there on May the 19th, you still haven't remembered yet that the white Nissan truck was in fact in your pole
No, we
barn?
had talked and remembered. That's why I told him.
Then why did you say, if you had remembered it was there, why did you say, And I know he didn't hide the damn thing in my pole barn.
I think it was kind of because I was nervous of them trying to involve me.
Okay, but at this time, he had already brought you your immunity papers, isn't that right?
Yes, and I did observe Shane Austin's immunity get taken from him too.
So they had given you immunity papers and I guess he brought letters with him when he came to visit you in February of 2017, didn't he?
Yes.
Letters.
Yes.
Okay. And so, so at this point, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to be clear. At this point, you knew the truck had been in your barn, but you were nervous to say that to Brent Booth.
Yeah, kind of. After things that from Holly were thrown out in my driveway, yeah, kind of. Anybody would be.
And you recognize as having a rape conviction that you were a suspect in the Holly Bobo.
I knew right away when you have this kind of conviction, you're always aware of your surroundings and your times and where you've been.
Okay. And then you go on to have a further conversation. Mr. Booth communicates to you that, and I'm not presenting this.
May I finish? Cross-examination is great, but you gotta ask questions. She is literally reading and saying what Mr. Booth said, so-and-so, and not asking a question. It's not.
Form a question.
It's a question, Your Honor, if I make a statement and then say, isn't that true? That's a question. That's a leading.
Ask if he said something.
Okay. Well, and first I want to communicate
Something that Brent Booth said, but it's not asserted for the truth of the matter because we're actually going to be able to show that what Brent Booth told Mr. Dinsmore is not true. So I want to communicate now something that Brent Booth told Mr. Dinsmore, but not for the truth of it because it's not actually a factual statement.
Ask your question.
Okay.
You need to pick it up a little. Okay.
Mr. Brent Booth told you that Dick Adams had even said that the truck was hidden at your house.
I don't remember him saying that.
Okay. If there's a recording of it and that's what's in the recording, then it would be accurate.
Yeah, I still don't remember that though.
Okay. And then you said, now what truck are you talking about, didn't you?
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 trucks on that property.
And Brent Booth told you the little old white Nissan Frontier, didn't he?
Yes.
And then you said, see, and isn't this right that you said this? See, they're telling you something that ain't right there because that white truck wasn't stored at my house. I'd tell you if it was.
Yeah, I would. I had to have my memory jogged by my daughter and my wife.
Okay, so at that point, are you making that statement because at that point your memory was the truck had not been there, or because you were afraid to tell the truth?
My memory thought that the truck wasn't there and I was a little nervous, but you got to remember that was 6 years ago. Lots happened since then. And it took a little bit of my daughter, especially my 17-year-old daughter, reminded me, yes, it was there, Dad. I saw them come get it. So.
And then at this point you agreed, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, didn't you agree that the truck had been hidden in Decaturville? The white Nissan had been
That's what I
hidden in
thought.
Decaturville?
That's what I thought.
Okay, you thought that the truck had been hidden in Decaturville, didn't you?
I wasn't sure. I figured that's where it was at.
Okay. And so Brent Booth goes on to tell you that what'll be testified to was that they had to move 4 rims to get the truck into your pole barn. Didn't he say that to you?
Yes, he did.
So he's the one that first suggested that they had to move the rims to get the truck in, didn't he?
Yes.
That's not a memory that you came up with first, is it?
No, my wife had it.
No, that's not a memory your wife.
I object. Now she's just
Don't
arguing.
argue with the witness.
Okay. And it's at this point that you say, don't you? My God, he might have now, Brent, damn it, referring to whether or not Zach Adams had hidden a truck in your.
Yes, I did say that.
Okay. So at this point, the memory is beginning to come back to you. Is that right?
Yes, you got to consider I blocked a lot of stuff out.
And you blocked it out because you were using so much meth, it's hard.
No, I blocked it out because they tried to snatch my daughter too.
Your Honor, I object to that. That's not responsive.
Just answer the question. He was making an explanation.
Can you?
Remember our bench conference earlier?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's go.
I'm asking for a curative instruction that the court.
She asked the question. She doesn't like his answer about why he blocked it out. The question was, and you tried to block it out for this reason or that. And
Let's
he said
move
no.
on.
Well, without a curative instruction, I want to address this. Now, that's not something that you reported to law enforcement at the time that they tried to grab your daughter, did you?
Yes.
You made a call and reported that to law enforcement?
Yes.
At the time?
Yes.
Okay. And so once you begin to recover your memory, then you say, oh, it's the black truck that was hidden in your garage, don't you?
But no, I didn't say the black truck was in my garage. The black truck was sitting by my shop, back by the trees, so nobody could see it for about 2 weeks.
But you at some point say, oh, it's the black truck.
I
that
thought
was
it
in your
might have been the black truck that they were talking about, but it wasn't.
Brent Booth tries to get you to be more specific,
I'm sorry, is that a question?
doesn't he? Brent Booth tries to get you to be more specific about the car. He was wanting more details about the truck being at your house, wasn't he?
No, he wanted the truth.
At some point then you say, that son of a bitch, yeah, if that's what I say, yeah, they had that truck there and the wheels they had to take off or move. Didn't you say that at some point?
Yes, I did.
And then confirming what you say, Brent Booth confirms that it's the white truck that would have been there. And you say, no, that was the black truck, didn't you?
That's because I was mistaken.
Okay, because at that point you have the memory now that it's the black truck that's in the driveway.
The black truck was in my yard for a couple of weeks. That's why it was solid in my head.
And so then you say, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, the black. The black truck was at my house. The white truck, I don't ever remember being parked at my house, Brent. I'm talking about the black truck. I definitely remember being at my house, sitting right outside by my house, but the white truck, I don't remember. So it might, you said that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So at some point now you've admitted that a truck's there, but you're saying it's the black truck that's there, and you deny that the white truck was parked at your house.
At that time, I didn't think that I didn't remember the white truck being there.
And then you say, well, it might have been, man.
Yeah.
And then you're beginning to. So at this point, you change what you were saying, don't you?
No, I didn't change it. I knew that I needed to get my memory jogged with my wife.
So at some point it becomes that your memory is of what other people are telling you, not of which truck was actually, or if a truck was actually at your house, is it?
Not by what people are telling me, by people saying stuff that jogs my memory and brings it back.
So people are saying things and that's what's jogging your memory. Is that
My
right?
wife and my 17-year-old child.
And Brent Booth is also jogging your memory.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
And when you're initially asked if they came over and bought morphine from you on the day Holly disappeared, your initial reaction was, no, that did not happen.
No.
Your initial reaction on the 17th of May when Brent Booth is asking you was that, no, that didn't happen.
No, they came to see if I had a joint so they could get down off the meth was what they were doing.
Okay. So they weren't there to buy morphine from you. Okay.
I didn't have any.
Okay. And when you're talking to Brent Booth about somebody trying to take your daughter, you actually say it's one of the Piercy brothers, didn't you?
Yes. My wife looked on the paperwork, saw his pictures, and identified him.
That's complete collaboration.
Well, I think that that's important because today he's saying it's Mr. Adams.
He did not.
Okay.
He said they,
They're
I
associates.
was listening, he said they, let's cut this off.
Okay.
He did not say who they were.
Now, you also talked to Brent Booth about the gun that you disposed of that you got from Jason Autry, didn't you?
That I had my wife dispose of. I got it from Shane.
Okay. Your wife disposed of it because you suggested that she dispose of it, didn't she?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And at first, you told Brent Booth also that it was a 357 or a 38, didn't you?
Yep. I wasn't really sure what it was.
And even though it's your wife that was disposed of it, you were spending a lot of time telling Brent Booth about where it was, didn't you?
Yes.
I mean, instead of Sandra Dinsmore, your wife, saying it, you were the one that was telling Brent Booth.
Yes, she's my wife. I knew what she did with it.
Okay. And at that point, you even say that and Brent Booth also came back and talked to you the next day too, didn't he? May the 19th, 2017.
He's been by a few times.
But he came to talk to you in Indianapolis, and he came 2 days in a row in May of this year, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He came back the next day just to make sure that he had, he specifically came back so that he wasn't the one putting words in your mouth, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay. And when you were talking to him, you told him that you had an old 32 that you had thrown in the lake at your cousin's house, didn't you?
It wouldn't shoot, and the cylinder kept falling out, so I threw it away.
Okay, so
That's why there was a mix-up with the guns.
Okay, so as a coincidence, you had a 32 in the past.
The 2 years before.
Okay, 2 years before Holly disappeared.
Yes.
Okay, and you didn't like the gun, so you decided to get rid of it.
It was junk.
And so you decided to throw it in your cousin's pond.
Yes, I wouldn't sell it to anybody.
And what was your cousin's name?
Leida and Raymond Bowen.
And they have a kind of a cow pond or a little.
Yes, a halfway dried up Tennessee pond.
Okay. And that's where you put the 32 pistol, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you were talking to Brent Booth about where the pistol went in the creek there on Joe Holiday Road, you specifically said that, now that's not the 32 that I put in my cousin's pond, didn't you?
I said, I don't know if that's the 32 that I threw in the pond or what it is, but my wife got rid of it. So.
No, you said, now there was another gun, a 32 that I put in the pond, didn't you?
Yes, I just said that.
Now, during the time that you knew Zach Adams, he had been to jail for various different reasons, hadn't he?
Yes.
And even after Holly Bobo disappeared, Zach Adams had been in and out of jail at different times, hadn't he?
Yes.
No further questions.
Further direct.
Now, Mr. Dinsmore, are you aware that 38s and 357s are, for the most part, revolvers
Yes.
and are frequently, or could be frequently mistaken for the size, shape?
Objection, Your Honor, this is speculation about what frequently happens.
Could
You can
one,
ask the question.
could one be mistaken?
Very, very easily.
Okay. Is there any doubt in your mind that this gun that I'm holding up, previously marked as Exhibit 180, is the same gun that you traded pills for Shane Austin?
$60 worth of morphine pills.
Is there any doubt in your mind that this is the
Not-
same gun
not
that you
at all.
gave to your wife?
Not at all.
Any doubt in your mind that this is the same gun that you told her to get rid of?
No, because she bitched about carrying it in her purse because it was too big.
Now, did you pick up on the fact during the cross-examination that Ms. Thompson is perhaps trying to make it sound like you are responsible for the rape of Holly Bobo?
Absolutely. I felt that from the beginning.
Okay. So, and she even asked you about items thrown very, very close to your house.
Yes, that's what got my attention because I was convicted of that from 1985. And you're very aware of things like that. And it pissed me off, to be honest with you. And my beepers were up. My antennas were up after that.
Despite the fact that you have a conviction for rape, despite the fact that you lived off of Yellow Springs Road where some of Holly's things were thrown, on the morning that Holly disappeared, were you not greeted by Dottie, who's now deceased, her husband, at their house and allowed into their property?
Yes, I was. And by 9 o'clock, the cleaning lady showed up.
And the
And was there.
cleaning lady, though,
Debbie.
she's not deceased, is she?
No.
And you talked to her
Yes, I did.
for on and off for several hours that
All
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
All morning I talked.
She's a talker, isn't she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And she was there and knows exactly where you were.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you were also, Ms. Thompson went from trying to perhaps make it out that you were the rapist to maybe you're giving this information because there's a reward. You heard those questions?
Yes.
So, to follow up on that, and I'm sorry to ask about something difficult, was your son murdered?
Yes.
How old was he?
Your Honor, I object to relevance.
Collateral.
Your Honor, it goes directly to why he sat there and said, I wouldn't take a reward. I know this about him. I didn't bring it up, but he has voiced that.
All right, go ahead.
I didn't do this for the money. I know how Mr. and Mrs. Bobo felt.
Your son was murdered.
And I wanted to help any way I could.
You need a second?
I'm okay.
A lot of questions about the white truck. I know it's been 6 years. But when TBI came to you less than 3 years after it happened, okay? In March of 2014. Did you make the statement? Zach hid his grandfather's white Nissan post-abduction.
Yes, I did.
Did you tell them that Zach told you the truck was hid because of an arrest Zach had been involved with where Park Police caught him with meth and Zach tried to run over them in that truck?
Yes.
Is that the reason he gave you for hiding the white Nissan in your truck, excuse me, in your shop post-abduction?
Yes.
Now, you have been confused clearly about different times that he has hidden trucks at your house.
Mhm.
Did that happen multiple times?
The white truck varied just a couple days.
One time?
One time. That I never saw that truck after that.
My question, post-abduction, meaning after Holly was abducted.
After.
And despite what you may have told the defendant's investigator, despite the confusion that you voiced to Brent Booth, back closer in time, was your memory better?
Yes.
Was the white truck in your shop post-abduction?
Yes, it was. Very short time though.
Do you have any personal knowledge about Zach's familiarity with the woods around that area?
He knew his way around the woods like the back of his hand.
Did you make the statement in 2014 that he had a complete command of all the surrounding woods?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. He knew every nook, cranny, and corner.
Do you recall being at a party in with your wife at Jan Carrington's?
Yes.
An outside party.
Yes.
Do you remember Zach appearing at that party
Out of the woods
and surprising everybody
and just snuck up on everybody
from the woods?
from the woods.
One moment, Your Honor. I think I'm finished. The gun. Oh, and the immunity. You told the jury you didn't ask for the immunity, correct?
No, I did not.
Didn't sign the immunity,
No.
just were presented with letters of immunity.
I doing my helping at any risk. I told you guys that.
You did.
Yeah.
Were or are you even aware that statute of limitations had run?
No, I did. That was no concern of mine.
There's been, I don't have anything else, Judge.
For the trial.
Yes,
Mr. Dinsmore, I know this is a sensitive subject for you, but your son died and several years before Holly died, didn't he?
2007, December 23rd.
And it was initially ruled as suicide by law enforcement, isn't it?
Yes.
And so they're not pursuing any type of investigation in the matter.
No, they're not going to because of my past.
Okay. And I also wanted to ask you, you have a past conviction for rape, and it's not a statutory rape, it's a regular rape charge, isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
And you do not register as a sex offender, do you?
Don't have to.
And when you come to the state of Tennessee, even though the state of Tennessee requires people with rape convictions to register as a sex offender, you did not register.
No.
Okay. And they've not pursued any type of federal or state charges against you for your failure to register, have they?
No.
And then when you travel interstate, you didn't have to, or you did not, you failed to go register with the county where you're staying, the sheriff's department telling them that you had crossed state lines
Don't
as
have
a
to.
sex offender.
My stuff's a quarter of a century old.
You've not specifically been removed from the sex offender registry, though, have you? It's not
Yes, I
been-
have.
It was not adjudicated.
Indianapolis.
I pulled those records. There's no record of adjudication. There's no record of adjudication in Indianapolis, Indiana that.
That's funny because if you pull the Indiana Sheriff's Association sex registry up, it'll tell you I don't have to register anymore. It's too old.
No further questions.
When you were flown down here, who were you with all day long?
Police.
TBI.
TBI.
Another police. Are you aware that TBI is who keeps the sex offender registry for the state?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And I checked the sex laws before I moved to Tennessee.
And that's all.
Done.
Yes, sir. No.
All right. You are released at this time.
Okay.
You are not to discuss your testimony with anyone, not even your wife or the officers or anything. You're not to discuss any testimony that was given in here. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You can be excused. Morning recess at this time. I don't like to break up witnesses when I can. We'll start back in 15 minutes. Following
what was going on, told him to head that way. And Terry and I conversed over the cell phone en route to Decatur County.
Decatur County into where?
Decatur County is Lexington's neighbor to the east. It's about.
Where were you going? Where were you going in Decatur County?
I was going to 681 Swan Johnson Road in the Darden community. It's a small community just west of Parsons, east of Lexington. It's about 25 minutes from my house. Maybe 20 minutes from Lexington on 412 East.
Was it a community that you were familiar with?
It is.
Did you know people who live there?
I do, and I have. I've got friends and family there. My father-in-law, ex-father-in-law, his mother-in-law go to church there in Corinth in the Darden community with the Bobo family.
Did you know the Bobos at all at that point then?
No, I didn't.
You ever been to Swan Johnson before?
If I had, I didn't remember it.
So you're en route to Swan Johnson. Tell us about when you get there.
I arrived there at approximately 9:15. Agent Dykus was vehicle right in front of me. We arrived, there was a large number of people. We estimated 100 to 200 maybe lined the roads.
You ever seen something like this before?
No,
What kind of
not in our community, not in that community.
Who are all these people?
Friends, neighbors, family.
Were there people searching already?
When I drove up, I saw the Decatur County Sheriff's Office personnel there. Ricky Inman, Sheriff White was in the front yard. Henderson County's TAC unit, Captain Jeff Middleton, his unit was up on the hill on the edge of the woods with a dog. They looked to me, what do we do? And I motioned, directed them, go. They went into the woods where it was reported that she was taken. Terry Dykus went up to the house, behind the house, to secure the crime scene with assistance of Decatur County Sheriff's Office personnel. Karen came down the hill with Ricky Inman, and I talked to her, got Holly's information. The Fusion Center, which is our intelligence division in Nashville that handles getting out Amber Alerts, getting out missing and endangered person alerts. They coordinate all of that. I had them on the phone. We were coordinating getting Holly's photo information out. We were ascertaining what she knew, the facts and what happened. Clint, her brother, was there. I began coordinating and getting critical assets that we needed in place.
Critical assets for it to do what? Like, why'd you send those men, those SWAT team guys into those woods?
With the information we had, was treating this case as, or what we had as a search and rescue mission.
That's what sending those men in the woods?
Yeah,
Amber Alert?
find Holly. That was our number one mission at that point.
Did you personally search the area of the house?
Yes, I did. Once we have what we call a mobile office, which is a large motor home that we bring in that is equipped and staffed with information processing capabilities. I had that on the way. Our SAC, Special Agent in Charge, John Mayer, got the Memphis Regional Lab and their personnel en route to work the crime scene. I had learned that while I was there, Decatur County Sheriff's Office, in cooperation with their 911 center, had pinged her phone. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. So we knew a direction.
What was the direction?
North.
North. North from the house on Swan Johnson.
Yes, north toward I-40.
Toward I-40.
Benton County. If you're familiar with Decatur County, I-40 runs through the northern edge. It encompasses a general mile markers of 120 to about the 130 or the Tennessee River. We had a general direction of travel of her phone.
In the minutes that follow after you have the general direction of north, you start to get other pings with more information.
Yes.
What's that?
We learned of a ping that had happened at 9:25 a.m. south of I-40, about maybe halfway, not quite, a few miles from our house. Coming back, phone looked like it was coming back south.
I think you skipped ahead to her last cell phone thing, so let's back up for a second, okay?
Yes, sir.
So listen to me. You described the early pings about the phone heading north.
Yes,
Is that right?
that's correct.
From those pings and a couple that followed, did they give you any information as to where north we're talking about?
No. Very general.
I guess that's what I was asking. We'll have a cell phone expert testify later, so I'm not asking you to be an expert, okay?
I'm not by any means. I have general knowledge.
Does the cell phone ping tell you that the phone is right here?
No.
To give you a large radius instead?
Yes, sir.
After those first pings that have her going north, you said to the interstate,
Yes, sir.
are there other pings in that area over the course of time?
Yes.
And in what community or what area are those cell phone pings in?
Yellow Springs.
Yellow Springs. Were you familiar with the Yellow Springs community before this?
No, sir.
Were you familiar with Holiday, Tennessee, right there next to Yellow Springs at the time?
Yes, sir.
Did these pings show that the phone lingered in the Yellow Springs community?
Yes, sir.
On the basis of that information, did y'all do anything? Did y'all send people to do anything?
We did. Tennessee Highway Patrol had been notified and they had moved people that way. We sent Decatur County personnel north into that area. We sent the Highway Patrol north into that area. What we typically do, get assets where we need them, human assets, people, looking, searching.
You sent people with guns in the woods behind the house,
Yes,
right? And seen friends, family, volunteers there at the crime scene that morning,
yes,
right? You knew her cell phone traveled north.
yes,
You knew it lingered in Yellow Springs.
we did.
And so you alerted THP and everybody else, let's
Go to that area.
Despite all that, nobody found her.
That's correct.
She was gone.
Yeah.
You were there at that house, Swan Johnson.
Yes.
Her phone's moving and then lingering in Yellow Springs.
I didn't know. We never assume anything. I didn't know if that was just her phone or her with the phone. We didn't know. You have to take that into account.
Missing 20-year-old girl, though.
Yeah.
The crime scene at the house, you were there when agents, including yourself, searched it, right?
I was.
Inside the house, outside the house.
Lab personnel did that. Forensic scientists. That's what they do for us. Specialized in searching, and they have all the necessary equipment to collect, preserve, maintain, and test evidence for us. They come to the scene and we turn the scene over, a secure scene, to them to process. That took a number of hours. As I recall, it was completed probably around 2:30 a.m. on the 14th.
Despite all that, searching the house, turning over to the crime scene personnel, analysis, stuff like that, would you agree with me that as you stood there at Swan Johnson that morning, even after all that,
Yes, sir.
that this crime scene wasn't telling you who did this thing?
No, sir. It wasn't. We searched the house complete and even went under the house.
There's blood in the
wasn't telling us.
garage. Was there blood in the garage?
Yes, sir.
That's Holly's blood.
We later learned, yes.
So standing there at that crime scene, there's nothing there telling you who did it.
No, sir.
And so you started searching,
Yes, sir.
started investigating.
We did. We continued to run this as a search and rescue operation for a long time.
People call in with tips or stuff.
We did.
What would happen when people called in with tips?
We sent investigators. We had FBI, U.S. Marshal, THP. We had a number of agencies there. We sent people out to talk to these folks. Whoever called in, whatever it was, we sent people.
I know that you like being part of a team,
Yes.
but you didn't just send people, did you? Didn't you go?
It's what I am. I'm hands on. It's what I do.
So did you go talk to people, send them stuff,
Yeah,
send them tips?
I did.
When did you-
Talk to a lot of people.
When did you finally stop searching for it?
When I guess September 7th, 2014.
Oh, your body.
Yeah.
And you were there, you'll tell us about that later.
Yes.
Okay. Between when you pulled up on Swan Johnson and the day that her body was found, how much searching, how much talking, how much investigating did you do?
I don't remember. I didn't sleep for days.
Did you get out in the woods?
Yeah, I did.
Did you search in wells?
I did.
Search in barns?
I went everywhere. Wherever.
I want to recall your attention to one of these calls you got, okay?
Yes.
By Mr. Gerald Stevens.
Yes.
Had he found something?
He had Gerald called. I didn't know Gerald prior to this day. Found a pair of pink panties laying in the middle of Yellow Springs Road.
That's suspicious, would you say?
It was.
Was he smart to call?
He was.
What'd you do when you got there?
Drove straight there. Parked in the middle of Yellow Springs Road. He was parked on the side near there.
Did you look at what he found?
Sir,
Did you look at what he found?
I did.
Did you call other people to get there?
I did.
What did Gerald do while you were standing there on the phone?
Gerald, he's a farmer in the area. He walked, I'm just south of Yellow Springs Church. He walked south or north toward the church, just walking down the road. I had the trunk of the car open, getting evidence bags, camera. And I observed Gerald walk toward the church, and he stopped and reached down, picked up a piece of paper. And then,
Bring that piece of paper towards you?
well, he yelled for me.
What was significant about this piece of paper?
It had Holly's name on
It was hot stuff.
it. It was.
In Yellow Springs,
Yes, sir.
where her phone lingered,
Yes,
on actual Yellow Springs Road,
yes, sir.
right near that church.
Correct.
And you were standing there.
I was.
Do you know how close you were standing to Shane Austin's house when you were there in 2011 with Mr. Stevens and those papers?
I had no idea. I didn't know Shane Austin and hadn't heard that name at that time. This was Friday,
This was 2 days in.
2 days later, at about 2:00.
So within 2 days of this thing, you're standing on Yellow Springs Road next to this church. How many steps from Shane Austin's driveway?
Where I was standing, probably 75 feet.
And you didn't even know who it was.
No, sir.
The evidence is collected.
Yes, sir.
and you start chasing tips and leads again?
We began looking other law enforcement agencies, personnel had arrived.
Not just there at Yellow Springs, but are you still chasing leads and tips?
We're
everywhere
chasing
else?
leads. Of course, yes, others are doing that.
That early stage of the investigation, and I'm not talking about right then on Friday when you were standing in Yellow Springs,
Yes,
but between that day and those next 2 weeks, all right, early part of this investigation. Did the name Shane Austin ever come up?
yes,
Did the name Zach Adams ever come up?
yes,
Did the name Jason Autry ever come up?
yes. Came up.
Other things came up too.
Many.
What was your priority? What was your priority in those 2, 3, 4 weeks?
We pursued the leads, I guess, more aggressively of the reports that we had that she was alive.
So would tips come in, for instance, that Holly's been seen so-and-so place? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We had to triage the information that was coming in.
The tips come in that Holly's being held in a barn or in a wherever.
Yes, sir.
All sorts of tips.
Barn, warehouses, basements.
And why did you prioritize those versus other leads, like the name Shane Austin, Zach Adams?
That she was still alive. Those information we had then was very vague that they had something to do with it. But the others were where she was being held, tied up in a warehouse, chained to a wall in a basement, put down in a well.
Did you
She
go
was
to
alive.
all those places? Did you go to all those
I
places?
went to all of those places. I went to most of them.
And when you went, were you hoping to find her?
That's what it was all about, is to find her alive and bring her home.
But you never found even a trace?
No.
Was there a decision made at some point to speak to, or at least let's look at, all the sex offenders in the area?
For that county and all surrounding counties.
She's beautiful, Holly.
Yes,
So that one's not a bad idea.
no,
Agents go and interview various sex offenders.
all of them.
We've heard a name in the trial. Is Terry Britt one of these sex offenders?
Yes, sir.
Did the investigation at any point really drill down in to Mr. Britt?
Yes, sir. We focused on Mr. Britt. We took Terry Britt's life apart. We looked at him hard. Terry Britt lived in that area. He was a sex offender. We were working off of the phone information, the proximity of where things were.
Phone information, you mean those pings up north
Those pings.
in the Yellow Springs area?
Yes,
Mr. Britt lived approximately where in relation to the Yellow Springs area?
just south. about 4 miles south of Yellow Springs Church.
And what'd you do to take apart his life?
Surveillance, physical surveillance. We did, we wiretapped his phones.
That means y'all were listening to phones and he doesn't know it.
Yes, sir. We wiretapped his house.
That means he have a wife.
He did.
That means he and his wife are in a house and y'all are listening
That's correct.
and they don't even know it.
That's correct.
Is that something we do every day?
No, sir.
Is that something we'd ever done in the state of Tennessee?
No, sir.
Did y'all ever search his house?
We executed search warrants on his house, property, vehicles, outbuildings. Yes, sir.
Did y'all tear that place apart?
Yes, sir.
Ever interview the people around him?
Yes, sir.
So after all that,
We didn't find anything related to Holly. It was Holly's.
nothing
Nothing.
at all.
Nothing at all. Terry Dykes. We didn't read those reports thorough.
What reports?
The reports that our agents, the interviews we were doing, the information that was coming in, especially pertaining to Zach Adams, Jason Autry, Dylan Adams, and Shane Austin.
Didn't read
As
it.
the old saying goes, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. We were feeding all of this information in, and we didn't realize what was there.
Didn't realize what was there, but was there also something that y'all simply didn't do?
Their alibis or their stories were not checked out.
We're not
Thoroughly.
checked out.
No,
You mean the people they said they were with weren't talked to?
they weren't interviewed early on. No,
Why not?
I don't know. Overwhelmed, too much coming in too fast.
Mistake. Was it a mistake?
We're not that, you get right down to it, we're not that big an agency. We don't have people. We're not huge. Very few of us when you get right down to it.
Was it a
I'm not
mis-
making an excuse. It's just what we are.
Was it a mistake?
Yes, sir. It was a mistake.
Was it a bad mistake?
Yes, sir.
Is it 3 years later you figure out how bad it was?
That's right.
Other items of Holly's property will be found in various places in the communities. Is that right?
It was. We found other pieces of her paper from school of Yellow Springs Road in Shane Austin, grandmother's front yard, dollar bill and receipt, other anatomy and physiology papers pertaining to nursing.
I could. If I could, Agent, if you're familiar with this don't know, poster board or something that I'm holding?
Yes,
You've seen this before?
yes,
Would this aid you in explaining to the jury about like where stuff was found in those weeks,
Yes.
months afterwards?
yes.
I have this marked as exhibit. We'll substitute a smaller appropriate.
It's 182.
We're gonna step down, Judge. Come closer. All right, Agent Booth, let's start with that first paper that Gerald Stevens found just 2 days after this happened. The first one y'all found right there next to Shane's.
That's going to be the one closest to Yellow Springs Church.
Let me, because we're blocking some people. Is this better if I would do it like this? You can put it.
Got her blocked now.
Okay, well, I'll let you come back to me.
Sometime that you got your jury. But
Okay. So
somebody's worked that hard.
this is worse, isn't it? Here we go. Oh, they could see pretty good method. Obviously, I'm great at this. You're going to explain this, so if we can't read it, you know, up close and personal, that's okay. Agent Booth. That first piece of paper that Mr. Stevens found right there by Shane's.
Right.
And do we see that on this map right here?
Where the line is drawn here.
All right, so we got a star right here, and that's Yellow Springs.
Right. And you got a star on the map, Yellow Springs Road here.
And that's the one right next to Shane's.
Yes.
You were telling us about stuff in front of the grandmother's house. Shane's
That's here,
grandmother's.
this pink receipt and a dollar bill. Up here, it's about, maybe a mile and a half most between Shane's house and grandmother's. Sir,
What receipt?
pink, it's a pink receipt for her, I believe it's for her books, from a bookstore. She's a nursing student.
Shane and his grandmother lived real close.
Real close.
This is the grandmother's house with the barn across the street.
Yes.
What's this piece of evidence here?
These are other manifests. The next one found in the paper with Holly Bobo's name on it. That was another one found up here on Yellow Springs Road, further on down. You can see the road parallels I-40.
And then another that says anatomy.
Anatomy and physiology. It didn't have her name on it, but it was consistent with what we had found and consistent with what I do as part of what they. My daughter's a nurse. I've seen these papers before. That's the nurse, obviously a nursing student. And I took it. It's hers. It was right up here close to the intersection where Yellow Springs and comes into Bible Hill. It's right near a bridge that crosses over I-40. The bridge crosses over. I'll let you ask that question. Near where a body was found. I took it as a paper trail. It was a paper trail.
There were other items found too, though. A phone and a SIM card, is that right?
Yeah. Down here, some days later, I think it was May 3rd. Her cell phone, well, let's see, her cell phone was found Mother's Day that year.
It was on Mother's Day.
I believe it was Mother's Day. I wasn't a part of that recovery, but I read that report somewhere.
I think it may have been Easter.
And that was near, down in on 641, north of Parsons. Eaton Corporation had a building there. Holly's dad worked next door at McKenzie Tree Service. Phone's laying right there in front, right near the road.
And there's a SIM card found.
Over on Old Camden Road. Old Camden Road is a secondary road that comes out just east of the town center of Parsons. You're on 412 going to Tennessee River. That road would intersect just east of town. Runs north and south, generally speaking.
So now we've seen cluster over stuff in Yellow Springs.
Yes.
We've heard about the cell phone pinging, lingering in Yellow Springs.
Yes.
But there's other property, other places, like down south off the side of 641, right?
Yes.
So would you agree with me that even though we found her things, these papers, ones you recognize, this case wasn't solved, not about long shot?
No.
Where's the same? We followed tips, leads, looked in wells, barn, basements, garages, every place we could.
Yes.
We found her stuff, a lot of it in Yellow Springs, but cell phone, SIM card, further south, right?
Yes.
We drilled into Terry Britt's life, right?
Yes.
And we hadn't solved this thing yet.
Correct.
He's summarizing what's already been testified to, so it's not technically leading.
Now, I'm not asking you to listen to this, okay? I'm not asking you what anybody told you, okay? I don't want any statement that this person told you, okay? But was there a day that you remember when this investigation changed?
Yes.
Did it come in the form of a phone call?
I was sitting at my desk in Jackson, Friday afternoon, 25th January. Phone rang.
You want to say what year?
2014. That phone call,
Did it refocus things?
it refocused this investigation.
After that phone call, were there people that you were interested in talking to?
Yes.
Who were those people?
Focus of that investigation changed to Zach Adams, Jason Autry, Shane Austin, and Dylan Adams.
Now, rewind. We've heard those names before.
Yes.
In the early days of the investigation, right?
Yes.
The same names that Agent Dyke has told you had been checked out, right?
Correct.
They all live in and near Yellow Springs.
Yes.
So what do you do?
We began pouring through that case file.
Going back in the past.
Took it apart, all of it from day one, pulled out information that we had and didn't realize we had.
It's been 3 years since Agent Dyke has told you that their whereabouts have been checked out.
Yes.
And what was the first thing you discovered when you started looking into these guys again?
That their stories were false.
Had their stories ever even been checked out?
No, they were not in our files if they ever were.
You went to the people they said they were with?
Yes.
And nope.
Excuse me.
And nope.
No, they hadn't been talked to. Nobody had ever been to them.
So after that, do you go out, talk to Mr. Adams's associates?
We do.
Did you go out and talk to Mr. Adams' associates?
Yes, we did.
Did you go out and talk to Mr. Dylan Adams' associates?
We did.
Go talk to Mr. Shane Austin's associates?
We did.
And Mr. Jason Autry's?
We did.
We've heard early on the first day of this trial about Mr. Dylan Adams and a man named Dennis Benjamin.
Yes.
After you went out and talked to Mr. Adams' associates, to Mr. Austin's associates, to Mr. Autry's associates, was information provided from Mr. Dylan Adams? Yes or no?
Yes.
At some point, Zach Adams was arrested. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Years and years after this. Is that correct?
Yes,
Y'all searched his house, right?
we did.
Tore it up.
We did.
I've seen wood floor, which y'all took apart.
Yes.
Did you find any trace of Holly Bobo there?
No.
How many years after this was it?
This happened in April the 13th of 2011, and this was February, March of 2014.
At that time,
3 years.
At that time, in February, March 2014, y'all were taking apart Mr. Adams' house and searching?
Yes.
Did y'all have any idea you should have been checking in Shane's grandmother's barn?
No, we didn't know that at the time.
Tell me about the day that y'all found it. Tell me about the day check out.
I got a call from Keith Bird. Keith is the sheriff in Decatur County. There'd been a call that came in to the 911 center in Benton County, transferred to Decatur. There had been human remains found near the 120 cell tower located right on the side of the interstate in his county. He was responding. It was a Sunday about 11 o'clock, Sunday, September 7th. I responded, met him there, along with that territorial agent, Brand Holt. And I notified, of course, chain of command in our division. And
Where was your attention called to? What place?
behind the cell tower, it's I believe it's addressed 1000 County Corner Road, which is
Is it along I-40?
yes, it's on the north side of I-40,
About how many miles from Shane Austin's house?
maybe 3.
About how many miles from Zach Adams' house?
County road wise, maybe 5.
What was this place like, this cell phone tower?
Cell tower located right on the side of the interstate.
Probably passed it a million times before, hadn't you?
Have. It's dense wooded, dense back and in behind it, around it. Nothing around it other than woods.
Those woods, you're a hunter, aren't you?
I am.
People use those woods for hunting?
Yes.
Had you ever been hunting up over there?
No, sir.
What'd you find when you got there?
Found a cranium, upper part of the skull, and the mandible, jawbone.
When you saw the skull and mandible, did you know it was her yet?
I knew scientifically, no.
You
But had to be.
Were you part of the search of the surrounding area?
Yes.
Did you become quickly aware that her wallet had been found?
Yes.
Keys,
Yes.
driver's license,
Yes.
promise ring from Drew,
Yes.
and you know it was her?
Yeah. Knew it was her. Her.
Yeah. I know we're real bad at this.
That's
another one of these poster boards. Agent.
I'll try to do better.
What we got in this poster board?
Yes.
What we don't, just like generally, what are we looking at?
You're looking at the area along I-40, location of Holly's body, top left. County Corner Road next.
That's enough. Now we're going to look at minor distance. Next one. Set down just now.
Then after that, from the admonitions I gave you at that session, I'm just waiting for you up there. I don't know what those goodies they have for you today, but they'll have something good. Take 1 hour.
Well, we are going on lunch break here. I will start us on the second portion of this. Because remember, we are going to start our Thanksgiving Eve redrum trial. And just so y'all know, I'm just in the background kind of working on the information I want to go over with y'all with the Derek Rosa case. They will be having a hearing the day after Thanksgiving. If y'all are not, oh, look at Barbara. Hey, Barbara. Happy Thanksgiving. She say happy gobble gobble day. Now y'all know if y'all received those memberships, y'all know what y'all got to say. Thank you so much, Barb. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm getting this together. So what I plan on doing is tomorrow we have a hearing on the day after Thanksgiving on Friday, guys, for this case. If y'all not aware, this is I'm just getting the overview of it. So he's 13 years old, guys, and he a little stabby. He stabbed his mom to death. So I think the big thing about this case was, should he be tried as an adult? Should he not be tried as an adult? Should a 13-year-old even face life in prison? You know, a lot of questions behind it, right? So I'm just back here looking up documentation, getting a lot of details so I can bring it to you guys. We'll do this as our Thanksgiving special tomorrow. So anybody that wants to hang out with us, we'll do that as our Thanksgiving little special. And that way on Friday, we'll be in there. So this shouldn't take us that long to do, but I'm just gathering the information for it, if that makes sense. So getting some court documents and stuff for us to go over and just trying to get us a nice little package. Y'all know how I like to do, and then I get on here and then I don't want to. Oh, wait.
P-O-R-R-I-S.
Wait a minute. Sorry, guys.
First of all, it's
Yeah, we definitely got another little stabby here. So I'm getting the documentation on it. He's going to have a hearing on Friday. Yeah, so Baca will cover. I'll get us prepped up for it. And I don't know, for the rest of your life, I don't know. It seemed like maybe those people, like when they that young, that they don't have the I don't know. We have to look at the age development for when you know right and wrong and kind of go from there. Yeah, Donna, like that, I just don't know. And that's really a real, and like the circumstances around it. So like, you know, I was looking at, and not to get too much into that because I don't want to get too far into it because we'll discuss it tomorrow for those that, you know, come, you know, for our Friendsgiving. We're going to have Friendsgiving. So after you have your first meal with your family, if you want to come tune in and hang out with us, we're going to have our Friendsgiving for all us people out here that we can't be together in person. But yeah, and I'm looking at these letters that people in the community are sending because they did not want him to be tried as an adult. Yeah, it's really something different. So yeah, I just don't know what went wrong. So I think we gotta, you know, we got some video footage. I'm just trying to gather and see what all we can put together. Our stream tomorrow shouldn't. Y'all know every time I say it's gonna be an hour, it's 5 hours. So whatever. We'll take it as it goes tomorrow. I'll be on my second meal, so I'll probably be full and I'll probably be ready to roll over again. So we're gonna do about another hour or so of this. And then we're going to go ahead and get into our actual case that we're going to be doing the trial today. Well, you know, the whole trial, the Thanksgiving Eve one. That should be pretty good for us. All right, guys, let's go in. Let's see what this judge got to say.
You need not be concerned with, but I'm going to give you a general explanation, kind of as part of your law school education. I bet you that wrap will come off before the day's over. Yesterday it was a little muggy, so we should try to start out with. The law has evolved. At one time, they called things trial by ambush. One side did not have to tell the other side anything. As the law evolved over time, a case in its strongest sense is a search for the truth, whether it be a criminal case or whether it be a civil case where someone has sued somebody. Discovery is applicable in both of those, civil and criminal, and it's where the attorneys, because of court rule, have to furnish to the other side certain material so that we do not have trial by ambush. They have to advise them essentially of what evidence they intend to present, and it can apply equally to both sides. So I hope that answers your question. It's not something you need to with others. You've heard 404B, you've heard discovery, you've heard all kinds of things that might be outside something we're used to. Those are things that we must concern ourselves with. And all right, call your next witness to the study.
Brian Vitt.
So much further testimony about the gift. Is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you out. Yes. Be seated. Thanks, sir. I want you to state your name first and last, and spell it with the
Okay. My name is Brian Vitt. Common spelling on Brian, I. Last name is V as in Victor, ITT. I'm a City of Camden police officer with the Camden Police Department.
All right, thank you, sir. Keep proceeding.
But you're really not here today about
Want to come around?
All right. Just to reorient everybody, what we're talking about when your attention was called, where y'all found her body and where y'all found her body. Okay.
Top of that photograph here is the location of Holly's body. It's approximately 300 feet behind that cell tower.
So 300 feet, like so off in the woods, right?
Yes, in the woods. The cell tower, as it would sit on the north side of I-40, you would be traveling, standing at the cell tower here where this blue dot is on the map, traveling toward to that star. That's north.
All right. This whole area here, what's it near? Like what are
Dense woods. You can see a sawmill to your left here, to the west of it.
If the picture is big enough, we can also see a sawmill to the right.
Yes.
Interstate 40 here.
Yes.
And follow our arrow on this.
This is where it's located on the map.
Okay. Cell tower.
Yeah. This is the cell tower, as you can see it. You're driving down the I-40, you can clearly see that from the right side of the interstate.
And it looks like what else?
About the 120 mile mark.
Looks like what else we got on here is sort of a bunch of other places that we've heard about in this case.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go this way here.
This is Victor Densmore's residence on Yellow Springs Road, approximately a mile from the cell tower.
Okay. All right, what we got next?
Juanita Hickerson's house. And
That's Shane's grandma.
That's Shane's grandma. She's has a line that goes here to that one. Zach and Dylan Adams' house. That's on Adams Lane, right off of 641, the south of the 126 exit here. And you've got Dottie Cooley's house.
Is that Miss Dottie?
Miss Dottie. And Miss Dottie's off of Q Road, which intersects Yellow Springs and Highway 641, just below the Adams residence, just south of that.
We got Shane Austin's trailer.
It is, and that's on Yellow Springs Road, just south of the intersection of Yellow Springs and Q Road. Again,
The Yellow Springs Church.
Yellow Springs Church there.
It's between this church and this house that we found some of the papers.
Yes.
And between this trailer and
Juanita Hickerson.
Juanita Hickerson's here.
Yes.
And we found other something.
Yes.
Version of the same. Now we're gonna fast forward a big jump. Okay. I'm not asking you when, okay, or even what he said. At some point in this investigation, a big jump forward closer to the start of this year and the end of last year. Did Mr. Jason Autry provide information that y'all followed up on?
Yes, sir.
When he provided that information, did y'all run out to the barn at Miss Juanita's house, Shane's grandmother? Did y'all run out there?
We went out there.
And where was the barn?
The barn is gone. The barn that he described has been torn down. There's remains of it.
Did y'all go out to the river underneath the bridge?
We did.
So this is gonna be the last time we use one of these special rules, okay?
Sir.
It's gonna be the last time we use one of these special rules.
All right.
I promise. You recognize this?
Yes, sir.
What's this?
It's a map of the Tennessee River Bridge, I-40. I-40 crosses in Benton, Decatur County.
Steve Marcus says 600 citizens. Sorry, New March 182.
Okay.
We'll look at it real quick here. So that's what we're looking at, 5 point.
This is I-40 westbound, eastbound lanes. This is road, the gravel road that comes down. It's actually a federal wildlife preserve. There. You,
Did you have occasion? On the right here, okay?
Mhm.
Did you have occasion to go to that location with Mr. Autry and the security team and everybody else?
Yes.
Mr. Autry standing there, that riprap, bend down, show you exactly what he did?
Yes.
Describe the area to you?
Yes.
You actually went there?
Yes.
So right there,
Yes, sir.
next to it?
This is a close-up of the riprap that where he said this happened. Where he said
And then I'm looking,
Holly was shot.
this is gonna be a faraway picture here, right?
Yes.
And then a faraway picture down there in the corner?
Here you can see the access road that comes along the side of the interstate. You wouldn't see it if you're looking for trouble, but it goes underneath the bridge here, underneath the I-40 bridge there on the west side of the river.
If you're traveling on this bridge, you're familiar with the I-40 bridge?
Yes.
You've been over it hundreds of times. If you're traveling this bridge, can you see down into this area?
No.
Not at all. There is in blue. What is this?
This is the route that Mr. Autry drove us when he said he got in the truck with Zach at Yellow Springs Road.
This is a road from Yellow, this is from Yellow Springs to
Yeah.
where the
Yellow Springs Church, Holly's body in the back, and drove this route to the River Bridge to here. So that's fine.
who's inside. I'm not asking what, but I'm just asking if yes or no. Did Mr. Autry also provide information about a gun?
He did.
Did he tell you whether or not he was present when it was sold?
Said he was.
Did he tell you who sold it?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
Shane Austin.
Did he tell you who he sold it to?
He did.
As a
Mr.
result,
Dinsmore.
Mr. Dinsmore. As a result of that information, did you talk to Mr. Dinsmore?
I did.
Mrs. Dinsmore?
I did.
Did you have occasion to go out to a little creek, a ditch, on the side of a little road, Little Holiday Road?
Yes, sir.
One time or more than one time?
4 times.
4 times.
Yes, sir.
And metal detectors?
Yes, sir.
Shovels?
Yes, sir.
Some point backhoe-like thing?
A backhoe. Yes. Dug up the side of the road.
But then the 4th time,
We went back with West Tennessee Dive Service. They have underwater metal detectors where the heads would withstand water and other underwater equipment. And we found the gun.
was it a 180? This one.
Yes, sir.
Were you there? Were you there when it was found?
Standing right there.
I'm almost done asking questions. We've got to go. Unfortunately, to introduce a couple of items of actual physical evidence that we've heard you talk about.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And let me start. Let me start here. I'm going to hand you an envelope, Agent. Do you have anything open this one?
That what?
Your scissors, maybe?
Like not.
You close.
No, it's not. You prefer gloves?
No, I'm fine.
Those are some small scissors.
Yes, sir.
I've got a pocket knife that rides a sharp bit.
Very sharp one.
Here we go.
Take a knife, Agent.
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize that, Agent?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
One of the pieces of paper that we found outside of Yellow Springs Road.
Yellow Springs, this is the area near Shane's trailer?
Yes, sir.
That could be marked as next on the exhibit. Oh, you can look it outside the envelope. Agent. I think I've got the other envelopes on the field, so.
Do we need the envelope?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, just give them back the envelope. Paper will be easy to come down for it.
I'll hold you to the jury. Is some sort of billing information or something?
Yes, sir. From Tennessee Technology Center.
This is identified service? Agent?
No, she's enrolled in the Tennessee Technology program at the University of Tennessee Parsons campus, where she was attending nursing school.
Approach. What we got there?
Looked like a receipt was laying in Shane Austin's grandmother's front yard along with a dollar bill.
To identify as hers?
Got her name on it, Holly Bobo, Tennessee. It's Technology Center Drive, Jackson, Tennessee.
I think next number is on.
Technology Center.
Next number is every time.
It was in time.
Sorry. The same area of that was a dollar bill collected?
Yes,
Recognize that?
that's my handwriting and my signature at the top. Yes,
You know, just as Mason already said, you may want to just add this on, Judge, because it identifies that dollar bill versus.
196.
this is the paper identified as commonly I saw in my daughter's home nursing as part of her anatomy physiology class.
And some nursing papers that you all found?
Yes, sir.
And
That was near the intersection of Yellow Springs Road and Bible Hill, where the bridge is that crosses over I-40. It's about, maybe 150 feet from that intersection down Yellow Springs Road, laying on the side of the road, as if it had been blown out.
yeah, just as next number is every time.
197.
I'm holding what has already been identified as exhibit number 29, which is a drug card grade sheet.
Yes,
To pass that to you.
yes.
About where was this thing found?
Well, this would have been found in the creek there on Gooch Road. It's a drug card. It's probably the grade sheet from her pharmacology, part of the nursing program.
And when it was found, were other drug cards, the actual cards attached
Yeah,
to it?
index cards.
I'm gonna pass you 5 cards, just look at them together. And ask if these are the cards attached to exhibit number 29. So.
Yes.
And who does this? Statements number collect.
What about you?
Cards are all substantially the same.
Yes, sir.
Drugs
Pharmacology, part of the nursing program she was in.
with her name on the back.
Yes, sir.
If you could, leave this in the bag. There's dirt and stuff that's going to spill out if you don't. But I don't know what this is.
May I stand, Your Honor? Yes.
What's that?
That's the 3-ring binder, the reminder that recovered.
Where is it recovered from?
Creek on Gooch Road.
That's under the car.
Might be one that,
The binder that we didn't quite take out of the bag and I just saw. So it covered near the lunchbox or near the cards.
Yeah, it appeared to have washed down a creek. It's not a bridge over it, it's a culvert that runs under this county tar and chip road. Gooch Road is. We had a storm on Thursday, right after this happened on Wednesday. Significant amount of rain. And we'd had several hard rains in between the time that this happened, between the time the lunchbox was found on Thursday and the day and time we recovered those items further down.
This is the last thing I'm going to pass you, Agent. It's already been marked Exhibit 65 through Rebecca Earp, the witness. You recognize this?
Yes, sir. That's the note. She left Zach. That's the business card, scrapyard, and Holiday.
She turned this over to TBI?
Yes, sir.
Something from that day?
Yes, sir.
191 auto salvage?
Correct.
Buying your scrap metal and junk vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all get the records from 191 auto salvage?
We did.
Zach Adams scrap anything in that morning?
No, sir.
Jay Austin?
No, sir.
Jason Autry?
No, sir.
No.
No.
it was previously, visited evidence is Exhibit 65, correct?
Yes, sir. A couple times we've been talking and you've almost teared up.
Yeah.
Was there pressure? Was there pressure to solve this case?
Self-imposed. Yeah, there's pressure. That's my friends and neighbors.
You don't, I'm talking, man. You don't get in this line of work for the money. I don't do what I do for the money. I do what I do because I love people. I fix things. I'm a hands-on kind of guy that take charge and fix things.
What's solved in this case mean? Does it mean just picking somebody?
No.
Because there's all this pressure being
No,
self-imposed?
I would never do that. We never would do something like that. We pride ourselves on doing the right thing, always in the right way. We make mistakes in this one, yeah. One I'll take with me the rest of my life. But I got the right person. I didn't charge the wrong.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not judging. This man handing in testimony right now. I object to
I
that.
think it's enough. I'm not going to ask anything. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, Zach Adams was a regular scrapper at the Birdsong Road scrap metal yard, wasn't he?
I don't know that.
And Zachary Adams never told you that he went scrapping on the day Holly disappeared, did he?
Without reviewing that, I don't remember that now.
Okay, what would you need to review to remember that?
You asked me to Dylan Adams.
Zach Adams.
Zach Adams.
Zachary Adams.
I've never talked to Zach.
Okay. But as far as you know, he never claimed that to be an alibi, did he? That he went scrapping.
He told that to Rebecca.
That's what
I don't
Rebecca
know.
tells you.
Without seeing his statements that he's given to TDI or other law enforcement, I couldn't tell you.
But that's what Rebecca told you, isn't it? That he went scrapping.
That's what she said that he told her he was going to do.
All right. But as far as you know, the only person that you heard it from was Rebecca, didn't you?
I've heard it from Rebecca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rebecca gave you that note about scrapping in 2014, didn't she?
She didn't give it to me, no.
She turned it
Give
over
another
to TBI in 2014, didn't she?
Without seeing the date on it, I don't know what date it was that we came into possession of it.
Let me pass the note back up to you then.
Yes, 2/28/2014.
And that's after you had initiated this search of Zach Adams' property, isn't it?
Around that time.
I'd like Exhibit 16A. I'd like to pass Exhibit 16A up to you. Have you open that and take a look at it. You might want to look at
Yeah, like. Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
Are they cemented in?
Yes, ma'am. There we go. Okay.
And is that a pair of pink underwear in there?
It is.
Okay, and those are the pink underwear that you found there next to the
school worksheet that belonged to Holly Bobo. Is that right?
These were laying in
Yeah.
the middle of the road.
They were close by, but not directly next to. Is that right?
Well, probably 100, 150 feet apart.
Okay. And they were there near Shane Austin's driveway. Isn't that right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
But you're familiar with the fact that these underwear themselves did not belong to Holly Bobo, did they?
That's correct.
And we saw a picture of these pink underwear, or you know that there are pictures made also of this pink underwear.
Yes.
Don't you? Okay. And if I can have the photograph of the underwear. I would like to pass you Exhibit 70. Exhibit 70 is a pair of these same underwear, is it not?
It appears to be. Yes.
And will you pull those underwear out, please, and just show them to the jury? Let the jury see that pair of underwear. And those underwear, they were actually DNA tested and shown to not belong to Holly. Is that right?
That's correct.
There was actually another woman's DNA on them.
Somebody's DNA. There's a mixture of DNA.
Now, you would agree with me that there have been at least 100 search warrants done in this case, wouldn't you?
Exact number, I don't know. There's a great many.
And you did quite a few of them yourself, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in order to get a search warrant, you have to fill out an affidavit, don't you?
Yes,
And an affidavit is kind of a fancy word for a sworn statement.
it is.
It's done in writing, isn't it?
Yes,
You write down a paragraph. And in that statement, you give the reasons why you believe you need a search warrant of some kind, don't you?
that's correct.
And in this affidavit, then you swear under oath that what you put in the search warrant is true.
That's correct.
And in order to get a search warrant for something, you have to have a legal term called probable cause.
Correct.
Don't you? Which means it's more than a mere suspicion that some crime has been committed.
Correct.
And so in this case, you swore out a warrant to get at some point, the banking records of the Bobo family, didn't you?
Correct.
And in your affidavit, you specifically said that Holly's mother, Dana Bobo, Holly's father, Karen Bobo, Holly's mother, and Clint Bobo, Holly's brother, have made false and misleading statements and omissions to law enforcement concerning critical information as to the disappearance of Holly.
That's what it says, ma'am.
Okay. And so what were the material misstatements, the false and misleading and omissions that were critical information in the disappearance of Holly?
I don't recall.
So today, sitting here, you don't remember what that would have been?
Without reviewing the file, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, but at the time, clearly you believed it and you swore under oath it was true.
Yes.
Okay. Can you think of anything in particular in the file that I could hand you that would help refresh your memory?
I don't know with a 4 terabyte file, I don't know where to tell you to look. It would have been prior to that date.
Okay. And this would have been, this date on this is the 10th of January, 2013, isn't it?
I haven't seen the document. I take it at your word. That's what it says.
Okay. But it was sometime well into the investigation, wasn't it, when you got their banking records?
By 2013, yes.
So when you went to go interview Victor Dinsmore and Sandra Dinsmore in Indianapolis on May the 18th and 19th of 2017, you recorded that interview, didn't you?
I did.
And at that time, you did proceed to tell them what Jason Autry was going to testify to, didn't you?
Some of the facts that would be testified to. I don't recall saying Jason Autry's name, but what would be testified to.
And you told them that Jason Autry was going to testify to the fact that the white pickup truck, Zach Adams' white pickup truck, was kept in their shop, didn't you?
I told him that would be testified to.
Okay. And initially, Victor Dinsmore denied it, didn't he? That the white Nissan was over there.
Yes.
And the
remember.
first conversation with them lasted probably,
I don't know that she heard your last statement.
Said he couldn't remember.
the first conversation that you had with them on the 18th of May lasted approximately 45 minutes.
Sounds right.
And the second conversation lasted probably 25 to 30 minutes.
That sounds right.
And you know who Dennis Benjamin is in this case, don't you?
I do.
And you've worked on this case from the beginning. That's fair to say.
Yes.
Day one. We heard testimony about a handprint or palm print that was on Holly Bobo's Mustang.
Correct.
That palm print, I guess the 4 suspects in this case, Dylan Adams, Zach Adams, Shane Austin, and Jason Autry, were all excluded as being the owner of that palm print, weren't they?
Correct.
And Dennis Benjamin in this case, you were involved when Dylan Adams entered a guilty plea in federal court to gun charges, weren't you? You were involved in the case when that happened.
Yes.
And that was in the summer of 2014, August.
I believe you're correct.
And you're aware that one of the terms of Dylan Adams' supervised release was that he was to go live with Dennis Benjamin.
He went to live with Dennis Benjamin, yes.
And at that time, well, I guess initially the district attorneys in this case were Hansel McAdams and Beth Hall, weren't they?
Correct.
And Hansel McAdams was defeated in an election, and then Matt Stowe took over.
Correct.
At some point, Matt Stowe recused himself, and that's when we got our present district attorneys.
Correct.
Now, we heard you talk earlier about searching Zach Adams' house. You actually searched 3 different properties. It was 235 Adams Lane, that's Zach Adams' house, correct? And then you all also searched, did you not, 260 Adams Lane, which was Dick Adams' house?
Correct.
Dick Adams gave you permission to come in and search his house, didn't he?
Yes.
And then there's an old decrepit house that's across the street that you searched also.
Correct.
And you seized 4 different vehicles in this case, didn't you? That
Yes.
belonged to the Adams.
Yes.
You took the 98 white Nissan pickup truck.
Correct.
You took a 94 black Nissan pickup truck.
Correct.
You took somewhere in the year 2000s Chevy Silverado. It's a pewter gray pickup truck.
Correct.
And then you took a red Jeep, a Jeep Wrangler that hadn't even been purchased by the Adams family at the time Holly disappeared, didn't you?
Correct.
And all 4 of those vehicles are still in the custody of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
I believe we have them all here. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When you searched the Adams house, you actually took hundreds of items from there, didn't you?
Many items. I don't know a specific number.
Would you agree with me if the lab reports are up to items in the 500s, that there might have been as many as 500 items tested by the lab in this case?
Could have been.
And you took things such as all the mattress pad, all the material off the mattress, like at the top of the mattress, you all cut that material away and took it, didn't you?
We did.
You took couches. There was at least 1 or 2 couches that you took.
We did.
Took chairs and ottomans.
We did.
You took blankets, sheets, pillowcases, pillows.
We did.
You took carpeting out of the house.
We did.
You took shelving out of the closets. Didn't you?
Probably, yes.
Okay. And you spent several days in the house in February of 2014, didn't you?
I don't recall days. I think maybe 24 hours.
Okay, 24 hours. And then on the property, you also brought in a backhoe and used a backhoe in several places to dig, didn't you?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall the backhoe?
No, I may not have. I don't recall that.
Okay, so that means it's possible you just don't remember.
Correct.
And there was a well. Do you remember that there was a well on the property that had been covered up years ago when they got city water?
No.
There was
I
a well.
remember an open well.
Okay, a well across the street on the property was an open well, wasn't it? You all searched that well too, didn't you?
An open well on the edge of the property, Adams property, 235 Lane.
Okay, you searched that well?
Yeah.
And matter of fact, you did cut a piece of the wooden flooring out that was in Zach's main house in the living room where the couch was sitting. You cut out a very large piece of flooring, subflooring, so that it did go down to the dirt, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you took all that back to the laboratory for testing.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was DNA that was recovered from that, but it didn't match Holly Bobo, did it?
From the floor?
Well, there were people's DNA just from all the searching you did. There was DNA from people that was there. It wasn't DNA free.
Correct.
The DNA didn't match Holly Bobo.
We did not find Holly's DNA.
Okay.
We did find nail polish.
Okay.
That matched what we found at the body recovery site.
Okay, so you found some nail polish. You didn't find any DNA though on the nail polish, did you?
No.
Okay. And there was no 32 ammunition recovered at the Adams house, was there?
There's a lot of ammunition recovered without seeing the list. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We may have.
So once you discovered that this alleged gun that was used to shoot her was a 32, you didn't think at the time that maybe you'd go back and look to see what was recovered from Zach Adams' house?
I'm sure we did, and we would know that. I haven't physically, I was not the agent that did that.
Okay, so if they had gone back and found 32 ammo at the Adams house, don't you think someone would have mentioned it to you?
I'm sure we would know. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so most likely it was not recovered.
I haven't had that reported to me. Correct.
No further questions.
Further, it's been a long time since I got house.
Yes, sir.
So I should have been Shane grandmother's barn.
Correct.
But it was gone.
Yes, sir.
The day you responded, you started some sort of Amber Alert process. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
To do that, did you have to ask the Bobos how old their daughter was?
Yes, sir.
And what did they tell you?
Karen first told me she was 17.
She lied to you about how his age, didn't she?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Someone had told her that we wouldn't issue an Amber Alert if she was over 18. When in fact, that's much the same process. We treat them the same. Missing and endangered persons are treated almost exactly alike we would a missing child.
But she didn't know that.
Same protocol. She didn't know that.
So she lied to you.
Yeah.
Any further questions?
It was very quickly after this happened that you realized Holly was a 20-year-old woman. Isn't that right?
Within a few minutes.
Okay, so that lie was very short-lived at the time.
We're talking about 20 minutes of back and forth, 20 minutes, maybe 30 before we got that down. There was a lot of controversy between what the Fusion Center was pulling up on her driver's license and what I was being told.
Okay.
We didn't have smartphones back in those days. We had flip phones.
Okay.
Information didn't travel as well as it does now.
But that discrepancy was straightened out on April the 13th, 2011.
That was.
Okay, no further questions.
Done? All right, step in. Please don't discuss your testimony with anyone. You can go back in the courtroom if you would like. Okay.
You wanna? Hey guys. So we're done with his testimony. I know that we are in part 3, but what I am going to do is I am going to move us over just so we can get our seats for our hearing. Now our trial that we're going to be doing, they're going to be premiering it on Court TV. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sneezing. So rather than going to somebody else's testimony right this second, I am going to go ahead and get us over to I'm going to drop the link for our trial that we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a trial from opening statements all the way back to the verdict, guys. So it should be nice to watch. So there is the link, guys. If you click on it, strap on your seat belts. We're going on a trip like the little Einsteins, and we're going to travel over there and get seated and get our popcorn, and let's determine whether he's guilty or not. Well, let's look at the evidence that they present in regards to him being guilty, okay? And like I said, this is going to go from 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I think it ends about 3. So it's very quick. We don't get too many of those quick ones. Oh, okay. I see some people are making it over there. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, guys, go ahead and go over, and we will start there, and we will pick back up here. We'll pick back up here tomorrow Thanksgiving. We'll figure out. I'll find a day for us to pick back up here. No harm, no foul. All right, guys, I'll see you over there.